All right, now we just sit and wait and see who is on and who wants to join and hang out tonight. Oh boy. Get comfortable here. Oh boy. Can't wait to get that skin surgery. I put it off long enough. It's about time. The rest of my body is in shape. I just need to deal with the arms and the boobs and the belly. I'm gonna use Dr. What's his name? Dr. Katzen, I think his name is. Having evening coffee. I clean my apartment all day. It's nice and, you know that feeling when you clean, it's nice and cozy and relaxed. My cats are doing well. I'm doing well. It's been a great day. Honestly, it's been a really great day. No complaints. I have no complaints. Life is wonderful. Life is good. Let me start out with a blessing here. And welcome in the light and love of God into this reading, to this time of communion, fellowship, connecting with people. I'm here because I truly believe that this is what I'm meant to do. Hi there, welcome in. I was just saying a blessing before I got started. Just welcoming in some pure positive energy. How are you doing today? Oops. Technology. Trying to get this phone set up right. Hi there, welcome in. Oh, hey Kelly, welcome in. You're the first one on tonight, Kelly. How are you? Hi, whoever else just joined. Welcome in. I'm just getting started, actually. I was just saying a little prayer, a little blessing before I got started tonight. How are you ladies doing? Who else is here with us? How are you doing today, Kelly? I'm doing good. It's been a good day. Pretty much just spent the day cleaning, just getting my apartment in order. I just felt like I needed to do that. I didn't actually get to go to the pool, but I'll go tomorrow. But you know that feeling when you clean all day, your house is nice and cozy, and the only thing I don't have any candles going because someone told me that it's not good for cats, and I love my cats so much I don't want to make them sick. But I was thinking maybe I could get like cranberries, orange peels, cloves, cinnamon sticks, and you know that thing you boil it. That might bring the aroma of fall into my apartment. I live for the fall season. I'm born in November, and it's my time of the year. Yeah, it does. I feel good. I feel good. I just feel really good. I do feel like any minute things are gonna take off for me. Every time I wonder if I'm on the right track, I just feel this, just do tarot, just do tarot, just do tarot. You know what I mean? And so I've been putting those videos out there, and I'm just trusting that I'm doing the right thing. What was it? The wax melts? Did you say? I used to make candles actually. Oh, the warmers. Yeah, somebody told me that the cats, of course, their noses are so sensitive, and I know for me sometimes candles kind of give me a headache and make me nauseous. I feel bad for my cat Teddy. I feel bad for Teddy, my older cat. I had so many Bath and Body Works candles in this apartment. Not that many, but some of the Bath and Body Works, those 3-wick candles, they're too strong at first. My poor cat Teddy. And I live in an apartment with not much ventilation. So I'll probably try that whole, that boiling stuff. I bet they even sell those in like little bags, like tea bags, and then you just throw it in a pot. I know, poor cat. Sorry, Teddy. I didn't know that the fragrance would bother you. He's okay, my little fatty. Would you like me to pull a card for you? Hi there, whoever else just joined, welcome in. I'm just getting started. Anybody that's new to my channel, if you want to go ahead and help me out, subscribe, like, maybe like a couple of my other videos, and I'll go ahead and pull a card for you and give you an intuitive reading based on the card. I don't do yes and no questions though, but if anybody has anything that they want to discuss, we could discuss it and pull some cards. When I go online, I do offer readings, paid readings, and they're very reasonably priced. I could do a 3-card reading for $5, 6 for $10, or 9 cards for $15. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm a very good reader. I'm very intuitive. That's why I feel like this is the first time in my life that I'm actually like moving in my gifts. I've always had conversations with people here and there. I talk a lot. I never shut the hell up. But I am also a good listener. And all my life, I've had these conversations with people, and they open up to me, and I tell them this and that, and I kind of know their life before they say anything about their life. That was my intuition kicking in, 555 on the clock. And so I thought, that's why doing this now, I feel like I'm really stepping into what I've always been good at, what I've always been called to do. And so that's why I know my readings are really good, because I just follow my gut and my intuition. And I just love doing tarot readings. I really do. I just love it. I love the creativity of it. I love the fun, the whimsy, the whole playfulness of it, which I guess that's whimsy. Hi there, whoever else just joined, let me know who you are. Say hi, just so I know who else is here watching us. And if anyone would like a reading, just go ahead and subscribe first, like the live, share the live if you want it to be even more wonderful. Kelly, where do you work? What are you doing right now? And remind me what part of the country are you in? Why do I think you're in Pennsylvania? I could be completely wrong on that. And then one more little sales spiel, just because I'm excited about it. I am starting an online tarot club, very laid back subscription. You sign up for 1 month, try it out. Don't like it, you never have to sign up again. But if you do resonate with me and you like how I do my readings and all that stuff. Oh, you drive? Are you like a truck driver? Like long distance truck driver? Oh, you're in Ohio. Okay, I was close. Ohio's close. And it's called the Magician Circle. Very reasonably priced. It comes with a reading with me, plus access to intuitive psychic readings and mediumship. And then we meet twice a month to discuss and learn tarot together. I'm calling it the Magician Circle. And so we launched on October 1st. So I'm taking subscriptions now. The payment options are in the description on this video. What kind of truck do you drive? Like delivery truck, like food or something? My friend Patrick, old friend Patrick, used to drive for Frito-Lay, actually. I don't like driving. I would not be a good, hey Kathy, my old friend, how are you? I would not be a good driver. I don't like driving. It makes me nervous. Not really for me. I mean, I guess, yeah, for me, there's like a little bit of fear about car accidents. And the fear is not dying. The fear is like being maimed in a car accident, being paralyzed or something. So I would not be a good driver. People tell me I'm not a good driver. I believe I am. It's not my favorite thing to do is driving. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. It's either the Amazon rainforest, UPS, or the feds. The Federal Expresses. How's everybody doing tonight? I feel good today. It's been a really good day. I didn't really do anything, just cleaned, but I feel like I got a lot accomplished. I sold the jacket today. I sold a sweater today that I've been trying to sell for a while. I just woke up and said, all right, listen, that's it. I gotta sell these things, okay? Bring in some extra cash for me. Bring in some fun money. I'm trying to sell a whole bundle of cat stuff too. A cat bed, a water fountain, a cat toy. So that was good. Started my day off with some money coming in. And then just spent the day cleaning. Getting organized and cleaning and, helps me think better. An old friend and I used to refer to it as a cleansing of the soul, to do one of those really big cleanings. One of those big cleanings. Would anybody like me to pull a card for them? Who's the third person that's here with us? Lover's card. Someone's got a decision. Someone's making a decision. Who else is here with us? Let us know who you are. I wish with YouTube there was a way to just keep the comments up. Aw. Oh, that's nice, Kathy. That's good. So she's sending you a message that she's with you. Oh, no, I didn't pull yours yet, Kelly. Give me one moment. Okay, what does Kelly need to know? Oh, Kelly, Ace of Pentacles. You got a new beginning coming. Some financial blessings coming. Possibly some unexpected money. Maybe scratch-off tickets, lottery. I don't know, inheritance. Somebody giving you money, gifts, things like that. Oh no, you didn't. I didn't pull the card yet. So yeah, Kelly, you got some new beginning coming with finances, but some unexpected amount of money is coming to you. Maybe something like that. A prize, a gift, something like that. A bonus at work. You know, somebody giving you money. Maybe they just want to thank you, give you some money. Good Ace of Pentacles. I mean, good cards get Ace of Pentacles. Very positive card. Kathy, would you like a card as well? Oh, Kathy, look at your card. The Chariot. You're moving, making moves. Let's see. Yeah, let's see what Kathy needs to know. Kathy, you got the Strength card. You're able to stop the roar of the lion, the naysayers, the doubters. She's surrounded by yellow, which is positivity and clear mind. And she's in control of that line. And above her is the infinity symbol, the symbol of, the number 8, symbol of wealth, or the wealth number. So this is a good positive card. Strength card. You have the strength to overcome whatever is going on because you could stop the mouth of that lion. You tame the lion. All I could say is I'm not giving up, ladies. I know my intuition is right. I know I'm doing the right thing with this channel. Just being myself and putting the tarot videos out there, I know that I'm on the right track. I don't know how it's all going to work out. I'm not trying to be internet famous. My goal was really just to grow these social platforms enough that I would reach people that would want to come to me for coaching and readings. That was really the ultimate goal. And I'll be honest, I got a little bit discouraged today, just out of the blue, because I just thought, man, my YouTube channel is not taking off the way I had hoped, almost 4 months in. And I don't even have 200 followers yet, 200 subscribers. The saddest thing, though, and I don't mean to complain about it, but I'm very honest, I'll just tell people how I feel. The saddest thing is that so many people that I've supported throughout the years that they won't even give me a like and a share. Friends, family. It's just sad. I don't know why it's like that. I know people are finicky. So I just got just trusting and hoping that I'm on the right track. Because, I don't know. I'm focusing more on just tarot, not teaching spiritual lessons or things like that. That's why I've been posting just a tarot video every day as well. 15 to 20 minute tarot video, just a full reading. Hi there, welcome in. Who just joined? Excuse me. Thank you, ladies, for your encouragement. It's always amazing when I'm feeling down. I'm not feeling down. I'm just like, just a little bit heavy-hearted, a little bit discouraged. I know, it's crazy. But even people on other apps that loved me and encouraged me to start the class, when I brought the Magician Circle up, the little subscription class, then they're like, oh, I'm not sure about that. I have to see. I'm like, okay. But you were the one that encouraged me to do it. Oh, well. I just trust the right people will find me. Because I didn't really want to be on YouTube. I didn't want to be a social media personality. I like doing it. It's fun. I like talking and just being myself. It sort of fulfills that old desire when I was a kid to be an actor, But I was an inventor. I pursued for a whole year, a business program where I was learning how to be an inventor and pitch. I like the dim lighting though. Does this look bad? The purple lighting? Is it too dark? Do I look weird? I like the mood lighting. And then when those toys weren't good enough, and then the idea I came up with just the other day, I reached out to Crayola, and they very much said, "Oh, sorry, we don't take ideas from outside people." I was like, damn, okay, wow, that got shot down really quick. I thought, all right, well, I threw myself into tarot and the spiritual work, thinking, okay. I felt like, all right, so the toy thing was taken away from me. And I felt like, okay, so you know what? I'm being led to do the spiritual thing. I threw myself wholeheartedly, and sometimes I'll be honest with you, I just feel like nothing's taking off the way I hoped. And it just, sometimes, of course, it makes me feel like it's me. I'm not good enough. I'm not attractive enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not eloquent. I'm dumb and I'm this. And oh, you did? I forgot to go outside and look at it. Damn it. Is it happening right now? If I go out when I wrap up tonight, will I see it? So these are just some of my struggles. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm talking about my struggles. You guys don't care about that. It's that time where you feel happy and you feel positive and you feel good and you feel content, but you also feel like, am I on the right track here? Are people resonating with me? Am I just like beating a dead horse? Am I trying to force something that's not meant to be? And so I just want to once and for all feel like I found the thing I'm good at and the thing I'm meant to do. And I do feel that now, but I get a little sad sometimes when I put my heart into a video and it's a great reading and then nobody watches the video and I'm like, oh damn, okay, maybe I'm wrong about this. Okay, hi there. Who's that third person? Show yourself. Say hello. Oh, thank you. The purple lighting is nice. Good. I like the mood lighting. I have lamps everywhere, but this apartment doesn't have very good lighting, so. Oh boy. Is anything I'm saying making sense? I don't want to sound like I'm just sitting here complaining, because I'm really not. I think sometimes when people get into the new age world or spiritual world, especially with the positive mindset, I know I am. I'm afraid to talk about anything that's even slightly perceived as negative, but how do you have just a human conversation and share your heart without being perceived as negative? I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just saying this is me. I'm human, and these are the thoughts I struggle with when it seems like my efforts are just going nowhere. But let's see. I have a lot to be grateful for. Oh, Kathy, I didn't get a card for you. Sorry. Let me get a card for Kathy. Hi there. Who just joined? Welcome in. Thank you. I hope so too. If it doesn't, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I got to figure out something very quickly. Maybe a wealthy benefactor will come into my life. You hear those stories all the time. We live in a world, I know it was totally different back in the 60s, of course, but we live in a world where Vicki Lawrence sent Carol Burnett a personal letter. Carol Burnett was so touched, she called Vicki's home and then showed up in her town and basically offered her a job on the Carol Burnett show. If we live in a world where that shit could happen, you're telling me I can't bring in 25 paying clients a week? That's all I need to get by is 25 paying clients a week. And so today I got mad and I demanded of the universe, bring me this, this, and this. I'm not asking you to drop money on my doorstep. I'm asking you to bring people into my life that I can work with. Okay, that's all I got to say about that. Okay, let's get a card for Kathy. Oh, 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, that's a good story. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of crazy stories like that. I watch so many videos online, so many spiritual teachers, and they tell some of the craziest stories. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I just need to be in the right place at the right time. But, I know things are working out. I know I'm on the right track. I know this is just one of those obstacles that I have to overcome. It's just, do I give up on myself, give up on my dreams, or do I keep pushing forward? Oh, Kathy, 7 of Pentacles. I heard somebody say it makes sense. 6 of Pentacles is like planting the seeds, and then 7 of Pentacles, you're watching the harvest come in, you're reaping the harvest. Good positive card. The background is gray, like I say. Gray is waiting, a transition period. And those pentacles are growing out of the earth, so they're secure. They're going to keep coming back. They're everlasting, evergreen perennials. I'm sorry, evergreen pentacles. And this is a good card. Kat, you always get pentacles when you come to my lives. You must be surrounded by the energy of money in a good way. Hi there, welcome in. Who just joined? Let me just share this. Yeah, that's how I feel too. I feel like I planted so many seeds and something's gonna work out for me. Not something, but something is on its way toward me. Let's see. I'm gonna pull one of these angel and ancestors cards. Who's that third person here? Last night, all night, there was somebody on that would not identify themselves. It was so weird. Who are you? Let me just share the live real quick. Let me share this with my friends. Yeah, I know people are not reliable. People are silly. And I know that I'm not depending on people. I can't. I have to depend on myself and what I believe to manifest and bring into my life what I believe is mine. I do think a big part of it for me is just feeling like I'm worthy. It's a big struggle for me to feel like I'm worthy of these things, or that I'm good enough for these things, or that what if I haven't earned it? Oh, hey there, Lisa, how you doing? One second. I'm good. I'm doing good. It's been a good day. I spent the day cleaning, getting my house in order. I'm pretty messy and pretty chaotic around here. So it's nice and cozy and relaxed now, nice and calm. And the only thing I don't have is a candle going because I know the candles might be too much for the cats. There's my teddy bear, my little fatty fat. Oh, Teddy, but I don't have your cup with me. It's in the room. So there's no treats for you, fat fat. My beautiful boy, Teddy, my sweetie. Guess what? He's been sleeping with me again. His favorite spot is between my legs when I lay flat on my back when I sleep. Yes, it's a cleansing of the soul. My old friend Cindy and I used to go, we used to yes, let's do a big cleaning today, God. Let's cleanse our souls, cleanse our souls. I'm also trying to get rid of stuff, sell stuff just to make some extra cash and also just get rid of stuff. But I also tried on some pairs of pants that I've had for years. This is why I've realized I got to get the skin surgery. I didn't want it for years, and the more I realized that underneath the man boobs and the apron belly and the love handles, I'm physically fit under that. I realized that when I finally had this revelation. And those pants I tried on, I always wore my pants under my belly anyway. But those pants I tried on, they were 34 waist. I'm telling myself, Joe, you're 34 on your hips. Get the skin surgery. Now that I've decided to do it, it's probably gonna happen within the year or so. But I'm gonna get rid of this damn extra skin. It doesn't suit me anymore. It protected me at one point, but I don't need this extra skin anymore. I've talked to the fat and skin and said, I love you, you're part of this human body I have on earth, but this human body does not fit you anymore, and I need you to go. So I decided not to sell those pants because they actually do fit. Hey there, Rabia Nazir, how are you? If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe first and like the live, and then I'll pull a card for you and give you an intuitive tarot reading. And no funny business, because somebody was on here last night and she straight up lied to me. She got her reading and then she skedaddled. And I said, you know what, that's some negative BS. I should have known too. Thank you so much. 1 second, I just have to check something real quick. One moment. Nothing, but if she comes on here again, I'm removing her. That's what I'm gonna do. She messed with the wrong Scorpio. I never forget. Hang on, guys. Let me just catch up with these messages, and then I'll pull a card for you, Rabia. You know, I'm nervous, but I didn't think it was sciencey enough. Oh, isn't that crazy? We never think that we're good. I don't do yes and no questions, Rabia. You can ask a question, but I don't do yes and no questions. They're not accurate. And I don't like giving out inaccurate information, but you can ask the question, sure. And do you want a reading? I could do a 3-card reading for just $5. I'm very reasonably priced, and Elisa's been with me for a few months now, so ask Elisa. I'm very intuitive and I'm very good. Hi, Kylie. Welcome in. Thank you for the like and the share and all that. I do appreciate it, guys. The 2 ladies that are new, I can take a question, but I don't usually do yes and no. But I will pull a card for each of you. So, Rabia and Kylie, just tell me your zodiac signs and your ages, and I'll go ahead and pull a card for each of you. No, somebody different last night. Oh, sorry. No, I don't do yes and no questions. And that particular question would mean that I'd have to tap into your husband's energy without his permission, and I can't do that. Sorry, Rabia. But I'll pull a card for you and give you an intuitive reading. All right, let me get to Kylie first because she showed me her, she told me Pisces and 29. Okay. Thank you, ladies, for the follow, the subscribe, the share, all that stuff, the likes. I really am trying to build a community of positive spiritual seekers on here. Okay, this one's for Kylie. Oh, interesting. This card keeps coming out. All right, Kylie, you have the Hermit card, which is the Virgo card, and we're still in Virgo season. And this is a card about going inside. You're in a transition period, a waiting period. He's got the beard showing wisdom. You're in a time of growing and maturing. Actually, just about 30 years old, you're going through a cycle every 7 years. And you're right about that big major life change right around 30 years old. All of us have these big life changes at certain points in our life. And for all of us, it's between, I believe, like 28 and 32, around there. Around there is when someone in my life that I wasn't very close to, but he was my age, he passed away from melanoma, 29. And it really, Jacob's death really had a huge effect on me. And then a few years later, my mom died. I'm not saying someone's gonna die in your life. I'm just saying that those are the things that happen to me, because it's big change, like someone dying that changes your life. You know, the loss of something big, a big transition in your life. But the Hermit card is saying to go internal, the Lantern, let your inner light, your inner guidance lead you. Hold on to that staff for stability. The beard shows wisdom, and the gray shows that you're in a transition period. You're going from one phase of life to another. And this one's for Kylie, by the way. Oh, Rabia, I have to pull your card. Give me a second. I mean, if you want a reading, I'll do a reading with you. We could do a full reading, 3, 6, or 9 cards. I can't just tell you something. I don't even know you. I don't have really, I can't just tell you're a complete stranger. I don't know what to do with your marriage. You want to do a reading and give you some, maybe just some general guidance? So Rabia, you got the Temperance card. This is a card about patience, waiting, balancing your emotions. He's got his foot in the water. He's also on the earth, showing he's balanced with earth and with water. The wings show that this is a divine, divine angelic presence with you that's teaching you to balance your life out and be patient with things. This is for Rabia. The Temperance card is about being patient, cultivating that patience and that balance between your emotions, that balance between heaven and earth. The balance, life is about balance. In our human bodies, if we have too much iron, we could die. If we have too little iron, we can also die. Everything in life is about balance. Too much water, you're dead. Too little water, you're dead. You know what I mean? So the Temperance card is teaching you or encouraging you to find that balance with life. Balance your emotions, balance your expectations, balance out your thoughts, what you do on earth, what's in heaven. Did that resonate with you, Kylie? So that the temperance card is for Rabia. Rabia, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for stopping in, Kylie, as well. I'm going to be here for a couple more hours if anybody wants to, continue hanging out with me. I'd really appreciate that. But yeah, Rabia, sorry about that. It's just, I don't know what to tell you about the marriage. I'd have to do a reading with you and see what the cards say. I'm so glad you found my channel. Thank you so much. I've only been on this channel for about 3.5 months, guys. I'm pretty brand new to YouTube. I'm not even on here that long, like 3.5 months. Well, 3.5 months of consistently posting videos. Every single day I post something, at least one video. And you know what? I'm pretty proud for being terrified to be seen online because of my body, my weight, the excess skin from the weight loss and all that. I'm pretty proud of myself that I post every single day. And I have 171 videos on my YouTube. So you know what? I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that. I think I'm doing pretty good. You're welcome, Rabia. And also, anybody would like a fuller reading, like I said, I could do those shorter readings I do on social media. You're right. I should just focus on the good things. Just focus on what's working. Let me shuffle these cards. Did I shuffle these cards earlier? Yeah, I am proud. You know what? I am proud because I'm sticking to it. Come hell or high water, I'm sticking to it. I'm not giving up. I am not giving up. Did I miss anybody? Did anybody else like a reading? Did I miss anyone? Would anyone else like a reading? Okay. Kylie, Rabia, thank you for that. You do? Yeah, I don't want to focus on the fears or whatnot. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna pull one of the angel and ancestor cards. Oh, how about this? My eyes hit the high priestess. I didn't even know that this was a card. Thank you, Carly. I'm trying. This is different for me. I'm 45 years old. I've never done anything like this before. I come from a Christian background, raised Catholic, converted to born again Christian in the 90s. A lot of my family is born again. My parents are gone. Just in a very strange place in life. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like to do this, to become a tarot reader with siblings. I have 5 older brothers. They're all overbearing. The ones that are born again are, they have their views, and I used to have those same views. So I'm like, I'm taking a big chance on myself here. And I think half the people that know me in my regular life think I'm just batshit crazy at this point. But look at what card my eyes landed on, the High Priestess. And I didn't even know that this was a card in this deck. But if anybody remembers, I think Elisa, you might remember it. I've been saying for days, all of the people that come to my lives, the High Priestess card comes out, and 90% of you are females. I seriously think the ladies I've connected with on here through social media, I'm convinced we all have a past life connection and we were in some type of religious order or priesthood. I don't know why I'm like the one wrangling everybody up. I don't know. I hope it's not another lifetime where I was a woman, because I already know that 2 of my lifetimes I was a woman and 1 was a man. Those were the 3 that were shown to me. But yeah, I feel like a lot of you ladies that find my live, you're being called to step in your High Priestess energy as beacons in the new world that can usher the souls that are awakened. A lot of people as they awaken are going to be terrified. If all you've ever known is the biblical Christianity and you're a pastor and you've ministered to thousands of people throughout your lifetime, to suddenly awaken and understand, to get the understanding of past lives or things like that, it's going to really shake a lot of people to their core. They're not going to understand what's going on. And I think a lot of us are being called to be this high priestess, to be the hierophant, to be that light that can help people, that can help them awaken, but not be so afraid, because it is scary though. When I started awakening, I was terrified. I felt like the world wasn't real. I felt scared. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was like, what is happening right now? This is very, very strange. I had to come full circle and think, okay, you know what? I'm still a human and I can still go to the movies, eat ice cream, flirt with guys. I could still be human, and not go so crazy and go to such an extreme with the awakening that I forget that I'm here to also be human. And so this card keeps coming up, this High Priestess card, and it came up again tonight. And it says, harness mystic power. But let's see what the full description says. Oh, look, I went right to it. It says, align with the light and focus on all things positive. The High Priestess is the physical embodiment of the divine feminine, the goddess in human form. She has had many names through time and space, but her essence has remained similar: fierce, powerful, and disciplined. This is a long message too. All right, bear with me because I'm not the best reader. I get nervous in public. In many traditions, particularly pre-Christian, the High Priestess was in charge of spiritual and religious orders and was the voice of authority and guidance from the gods. The High Priestess in this deck is the consort and partner of the High Priest. If you look at them together, you will see they mirror each other's energy. Inspired by the Egyptian goddess Isis, she holds a sistrum. No idea what that is. Oh, that's that thing? That's this thing? A sistrum? Ladies, I incarnated into a life that's kind of a dum-dum with history because I hated school growing up. So I know that I'm an ancient soul, but I don't know much about human history, so bear with me. I'm a little bit of a dum-dum with that. But I'm a good writer. If you need me to write a good sentence for you, I'm a great writer. That was my strength in school, was my writing and my creativity. Let's see. So, inspired by the Egyptian goddess Isis, she holds a sistrum, a musical instrument, in her left hand, and an ankh, the Egyptian symbol of eternal life, in her right hand. She is joined by a black cat. Oh, I have a black cat. Well, she's gray, not black, representing the Egyptian goddess Bast, who protects her from lower energies, and she stands strong in her glory and power. She's got a cat protecting her, like I have two cats protecting me. You are a mystic with the capacity to connect with energies that go beyond the human senses. If you're hearing this, this message is for you. Within you is a force of magic that is directed by your will. There is an opportunity for you to rise up at this time, but it requires dedication and discipline. I've been working on the discipline. I've been getting up early, going to bed early, working on my body, not exactly eating right, but eating less. You know what I mean? Like, I've been going on walks. I've been really trying to get my body, soul, and spirit in alignment, you know? Huh? Ladies, another crazy person is on here. Man, these crazy women that come to my live. What am I doing that's attracting these wackos? Actually, I've always been a magnet for weirdos. It's just me. Okay, so there's an opportunity for you to rise up at this time, but it requires dedication and discipline. You are being guided to look at what you are working on or at the situation before you and determine where your priorities lie. If you are unable to figure that out, you must use your intuition and discernment to focus on what will bring you closer to your goal and the happiness of everyone involved. When this card arrives, it is also important for you to check in with your intuition, as it will give you guidance that will be important for your growth. I think that message was for me. Am I a high priestess, ladies? Can I be a high priest or a priest? Do I have to be a high priestess? All right, so where's this wacko Jennifer? What did she say? I stole something from her? These fucking people are crazy. Sorry, I'm from New York. This is how I talk. I'm spiritually awakened, but I'm a regular fucking person, okay? She's a weirdo. Jennifer, I wish you well. Whoever the hell you are. Okay, did that High Priestess card resonate with anybody? Because it really resonated with me. I'm like, all right, that's definitely for me. And I know my intuition led me here, and I know my intuition keeps telling me, just focus on tarot. Just focus on tarot. Just focus on doing tarot readings and go live on YouTube. Once I went up live on YouTube, a lot of things changed. It brought a lot of positive, a lot of good people. Kylie, Carol, Kelly, a few other people. There was a guy in here the other night named Bruno from New York that actually it's a tarot. And, so it's bringing good people to me. Yeah, the High Priestess card is good. I love this deck of cards. It's from Hay House. Yeah, you were here with Bruno. I hope he comes back tonight. So that's the card I have from the Angels and Ancestors deck. Yeah, she keeps coming out. It's so many readings. She keeps coming out of these decks here. All right. You know, you got to find that balance. I had to find that balance in just being a person in the world, you know, an awakening. You got to just kind of find that balance. I could still be a human and still enjoy this life, you know, and still do things and, you know, still be awakened. But for a while there, it was a little scary, a little crazy. Hi there, who just joined? Oh, really? I can hear a pin drop in my complex. For college town, you hear nothing here. You can hear a pin drop. I'm just in my living room, but I feel like it's echoing. And I'm like, I'm not even talking loud. But sometimes I feel like I am. I don't know. I miss my old next door neighbors. The married couple. I like the married couple. Of all the neighbors next door, I like the married couple and the first kid that was here when I moved in, the college student. He used to play video games all day long. I used to hear him. And it made me feel like there was life around me. But for a college town, like my upstairs neighbor is a college student, I never hear that kid home. These college kids, they never have parties. They never do anything. They're so boring around here. There's a pretty popular bar in town called Sky Bar. I think that's where all the students are. But I grew up in New York City, the city that never sleeps. So I'm used to like ambient noise all around at all times. So I don't mind neighbors making noise. I really don't. It makes me feel like I'm not so alone. So I kind of miss having neighbors that make noise. Oh, really? Are they having a party? Hi there. Who's that fifth person that's here? I know Kylie's here, Elisa's here, Carol's here. Who are the other two people? Would anyone like a reading? An intuitive card reading? Look at this. Ace of Wands and Six of Wands. Creative idea leading to public recognition. Whew, there's nothing worse than a drunk person that's annoying. I know, I've been drunk and I've been annoying. I never really drank a lot, but the few times I did, I got drunk and I got annoying. Not mean, just silly and sappy annoying. You know what I mean? Ugh, I hated drinking. Hated it. Hate it with a passion. Yuck. I don't judge people that do. I just hate alcohol. Yuck, 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 yuck. Yes, let me ingest this poison that's going to burn my throat, make my guts feel weird, and make me sloppy and stupid. Yes, give me more of that. I love it. You know what? I gotta just do the comments on my phone. That might be easier. If I just, because it's hard to read the comments on the live. I gotta just get the live pulled up on my phone and then read the comments there. Carol said, maybe it's okay now, but when. Oh, I've yelled at in rage too, Carol. I think my neighbors think I'm fucking crazy. I've definitely yelled in rage. I yelled very loud today, Teddy. Where's my baby? He kept messing with the little robot. He's gonna break that machine. It's like $800. He's gonna break the fucking thing. And I'm like, just let it cycle. Just let it cycle. Leave it alone. Did you? I never liked drinking. For a hot second there after my mom died. No, I didn't really drink then. The most I've ever done is like the THC gummies. That's about it. Or the THC syrup. That's about it. My ex used to drink like a fish. He was an alcoholic. God, I pray. I have one. They replaced it. And I was supposed to send the old bass back. I never sent the old motor back. It's in this giant box. My cats love jumping on this big box. And I'm just like, man, please, I beg the universe, please, please, please. I try to send Teddy telepathic messages. Teddy, please, 4444. 44 is on the timer. I'm like, Teddy, please, I beg you, Teddy, I beg of you, please leave the robot alone. I'm not going back to scooping. That's for damn sure. The little cat, Stormy, she uses it like no problem. She's in and out. But Teddy, my bigger cat, my older one, my baby. Teddy, where are you? Come here, Sweets. His nickname is Sweets because he's a sweetie. But he's also a sweetie that's kind of a pain in the ass at times. I love him to death, though. He's a little bit of a pain in the ass. Let's see. You have a cat named Sage? That's funny. Kittler? Kylie, where are you from? What part of the world are you in? Are you in the States? I get a lot of people from Australia. I wonder what vibrates with that. Maybe because I love Australian men? I don't know. I love Aussies. That's so funny. Yeah, oh, Maryland, okay, I'm from New York, so East Coast. Yeah, both of these cats were manifested totally. The cat I really wanted, though, like I really wanted an exotic short hair. But then an old friend was like, you know, those are designer cats, right? I was like, yeah, so what? How much could it possibly be? She's like $3,000 a kitten. I was like, oh, really? But then I really just wanted a cat. I used to envision a fat little cat that I'd feed him lots of treats, and that's exactly what Teddy is. Teddy was found in a dumpster by a goat farmer, and my brother just happened to be buying eggs at a farmer's market. This is how the universe works. My brother was buying eggs at a farmer's market, and he heard the goat farmer tell the lady that was selling eggs, oh, I have these 3 kittens I found in my dumpster. Do you know anybody that wants a kitten? She's like, I'm taking care of them now. My brother's like, my brother wants a kitten. He jumped right in. He sent me a video of a cute little kitten. And I thought that's the cat I was going to get. So I'm falling in love with this kitten. They bring him to me, tell me it's a girl. 2 weeks later, I'm like, that's not a girl cat. And then a few weeks later, the vet confirmed that he's a boy. Then I went back to that video I was given, and that wasn't the one. Like the main cat in that video, that wasn't Teddy. He was the one from in the back that came out of the coffee table. I could tell by the pattern on his ears. But we bonded instantly. Teddy and I bonded instantly. He's my little sweetheart, my little baby. We've been through a lot together, that cat and me. That cat has seen my spiritual awakening. He's seen me go through major heartbreak. My one and only boyfriend ever that destroyed me and broke my heart. Teddy's been with me through it all. He's been with me through the grief. He's been with me when I was when my mediumship kicked in, and I was like getting messages from loved ones and stuff like that. Teddy's been with me through a lot, my little sweetie. And then I needed a friend for him, and I said, surely I can open up my apartment door one day, look to the left, and there'll be a little gray cat that needs a home. December 27th, 2024, I opened my apartment door, I looked to the left, and sure enough, there was a little tiny gray kitten sitting right there on the curb. Within a week, Stormy was in my house. She's not as close to me as Teddy. It took a little while to warm up, and, you know, my yelling scared her. She came into my life to teach me to stop yelling, to teach me to get better hold of my emotions. And she's a sweetie, though. She's warmed up to me now, though. She's a cutie. She just gets her cuddles a little different than Teddy. She'll call me over to cuddle with her on the floor, whereas Teddy comes over to me to cuddle. But they're both sweethearts. They're not mean and aggressive. They get along really well. She bonded with Teddy instantly. Teddy taught her to use the litter box. Teddy basically taught her how to be a cat. And he didn't even know how to be a cat himself. He had his mama cat for what, 3-4 weeks? Same thing with her. I didn't know. I never had a cat before in my life. I only had dogs. I knew nothing about what I was doing. I probably made so many mistakes with the 2 of them. I just pray that they're okay and that they love me because I did not know what I was doing. Cats, to me, are very different than dogs. Very, very different than dogs. But they're both sweeties. I love them. And now that I have cats, I realize I'm much more of a cat person than a dog person. I love my little babies. Yep. I thought Stormy was a boy, but Stormy is a girl. Her name is Stormy Grace Noel because I found her December 27th, Friday. She wouldn't come near me, but she was eating the food I put in front of my door and under the car where she was. And then 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 that Saturday morning, I woke up to an alarm on my phone, a weather alarm, ran to the door, and it was like a tornado. It was white outside, just a wall of white rain. And I thought, this stupid cat, why didn't you come to my house? You're probably dead out there. But sure enough, she came back the next day, and within a week, she was in my house. And she made her home, and now she pretty much runs the joint. She's funny. She's much more independent than Teddy, but also she's a little bit of a scaredy cat. Found Kittler. So Sage is your soul. Your soul tie was with Sage. Yeah, Teddy's definitely connected to me. I feel a connection to both of them. I really do. But there's a special bond with Teddy. He's like my soulmate. He really is. My soulmate is a cat. That's the song I wrote. My soulmate is a cat. I wrote that song. Is it catchy? Let's see. Perseus is cute. I like that name. Peridot? Like the birdstone peridot? That's cute. Oh, green eyes? Oh, that's cute. I feel bad though because I want to have a soul tie with both of them. But I tell them, Teddy, you're my favorite boy cat. I'm like, Stormy, you're my favorite girl cat. Yeah, Teddy is definitely obsessed with me. Definitely. You know, the funny thing is, well, the little cat, Stormy, she cracks me up. She's solid gray with yellow eyes. And Teddy is white with that fishbone pattern, like that grayish pattern, like gray and beige, whatever. And I saw a meme the other day, and it showed all different cats and the name of their pattern, the name of their coat. And he's actually a cap and saddle, I guess because it looks like a saddle on his back. He's mostly white. He's too fat now. He eats a lot. But he never really Teddy's a weird cat. He doesn't purr much. He doesn't meow much. He's not very vocal. But Stormy, she sniffs loud, she purrs loud, she meows loud. She comes over to me screaming her head off because she wants attention. Ah! She comes screaming at me. Ah! It's so funny how they're so different. She's little though. She's only going to be about 9 pounds, and she's just a small cat, the vet said. But Teddy, the vet goes, Teddy is a large cat. She's like, he's a large one. I was like, he is? And he's pretty big. He's a pretty big cat. I did not think he was going to be as big as he is. But they're so sweet, my little babies. They make me happy. Talking about them is raising my vibration. I love my little babies. They're good little kitty cats. Has anybody had any dreams lately? Any interesting prophetic dreams? Any interesting dreams about anything that stand out? Any type of spiritual dreams? Yeah, I dreamt all night. I just don't remember the dreams. They weren't bad. They weren't scary. They weren't anything. They're just, I don't know, just regular dreams. Huh. No, what did I have? I think I had, what did I dream about? No, I did have an interesting dream. I think I dreamt about fighting too. Oh, interesting. Yeah, there was something going on in my dream. I don't know. There's something. I keep thinking. I don't know. My dreams. I keep seeing my mom in my dreams. She keeps coming to my dreams for some reason. But what the hell was I dreaming? Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Strange. I don't know. I try to remember my dreams, but lately I just haven't been. I can't wait till politics are gone. This system that has divided us for hundreds of years, I can't wait till it's gone. Okay, I'm going to pull a card from Ask Your Guides from Sonia Choquette. All right. Yeah, I know I dreamt all night, but I guess it was nothing significant that would stand out in my mind. Huh. But I know there was something, though. It's like a faded memory, like a faded... Oh, that's what it was. Wait, I might have told you guys this on... I must have said this on YouTube last night. Oh, no, I didn't. Did I... No, I had a dream the other night. I think I encountered my soulmate. I had a dream that was very much real. It wasn't fuzzy like a dream. Sometimes my dreams have a blue-like quality to them, almost like they just like that time in the morning, like 4 or 5 in the morning in the winter in New York, when it's like blue outside. I don't like and those like this color blue, like it's this color blue. It wasn't like that. Yeah, I think I did. I had a dream where I met somebody. Oh yeah, I did say it. I don't know what he looked like exactly, but yeah, there was just somebody in my dream that I was like, we were just together, and I don't know, I just felt his presence. And I remember, and I touched his bare chest in my dream, and I thought, holy shit, this feels real. I was dreaming, but not lucid dreaming, and I was thinking, holy shit, this feels like I'm really with the guy. I'm really touching this dude's chest. It was like a muscular chest. I was like, yeah, hey brother, who are you? As I look at this cartoon, Mr. Krabs, or whoever that buff lobster is. You guys like SpongeBob? Okay, let's pull a card from... Who wants... somebody tell me, first one that I see, top, middle, or bottom? Is that who that is, Larry? The guy was short, I know that. He wasn't very tall. Yeah, they do. They have a different quality. Bottom is invention. Helper guides. Invention. Yeah, that's what it felt like, Kathy. That's like that time. If anybody's interested in that, I'll tell you the dream I had after my mom died. Are you familiar with the Akashic Records, everyone? Oh, look, and it's 17. You know, 7 breaks down to 8, which is the number of wealth. Okay, if anybody's interested, after I read this card, I'll tell you about that visit I had from my mom, and where she showed me the Akashic Records, and I saw my parents. I'll tell you about it. Okay, 17, invention. Adaptation, adjustment, transformation, and challenge. Sometimes life gives you lemons, but not to worry. Your helper guides are on hand, assisting you in transforming your lemons into lemonade. No matter who you are or what circumstances you've inherited, life is always a blend of both the positive and the negative. Your helper guides urge you to be grateful for the positives of your life and to be creative and inventive with the negatives. They are on hand to help you transform any adverse or challenging situation into one for the better. So, rather than dwell on your lousy circumstances, get your innovative juices flowing and change the undesirable or adversarial situation into a more satisfying one. Rather than endure an unfulfilling job, for example, be resourceful and courageous and start the business you've dreamed of for years. Rather than remain in an unsatisfying relationship, summon enough self-love to move on. This is not to deny the painful aspects of your life. Just know you don't have to tolerate them any longer. Use your sadness, frustration, or lack of fulfillment as an incentive to create better circumstances. Allow your helper guides to get you going. If your circumstances cannot be changed right now, at least change your attitude and make the best of the situation, knowing it is temporary. Do not settle for the lemons you encounter in life. Gather their juice and be creative. Ask your helper guides for inspiration and ideas so you can invent a much sweeter outcome. They are ready and waiting to help. When life hands you lemons, make lemonade. Okay, let's see. Oh, really? Yeah, it probably is visits. I don't feel my father's presence a whole lot. That's weird. I really don't feel his presence a lot. But I have this feeling that he sent me my cats. I think my father sent me Teddy. Oh, that's what he did. After Stormy came into my life, not too long after Stormy came into my apartment, one night when I was playing with them and trying to bond with her before she was really coming near me, she looked at me in the eyes. The cat, Stormy, she looked at me in the eyes, and I looked at her dead in the eyes, and I thought, whoa, it's the weirdest thing. It was like I was looking at my mom, and I was like, Gloria, is that you? Are you with a cat now? It was the strangest thing. Like we looked at each other. It's like she saw me and I saw her, and I was like, this is weird. What's happening right now? Is anybody familiar with the Akashic Records? You want to hear about that dream I had after my mom died? This was way before my spiritual awakening. Before I ever knew about anything called the Akashic Records, I had no knowledge of this. The only knowledge I had at that time when I had the dream was that Jesus died for us and there's heaven. That's the only spiritual knowledge I had. So one night after my mom died, well, after she died, I had many intense dreams of her and everything, reliving her death, begging her not to leave, things like that. So this one night I had this dream. I was in this beautiful hallway, like a beautiful marble hallway that went in, very far in either direction. To me, it was like if you were like at like a Museum of Natural History in New York, one of those kind of buildings, like a fancy building. And there's like marble floors, marble walls, and on the wall directly in front of me, like the dream started, and I'm just in this hallway. I look this way, that way, and then in front of me is a TV screen, like a 13-inch TV screen, flat screen on the wall. And then I felt my mom's presence next to me, but I didn't see her or talk to her. But I felt Gloria's presence next to me. Next thing I know, as I'm in front of this TV screen on this wall in this marble hallway, a video starts playing. And it's my parents on their wedding day. They got married March 10th, 1963. I was born in 79. They were poor, and no one in their family had a video camera back then. Nobody recorded their wedding, just the photographs I saw. But I'm watching their wedding. I just took a picture of their wedding, actually, across the room on their wedding day. I have it in the frame. And I'm like flipping out. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, this is mommy and daddy's wedding. How the hell am I seeing this? I'm like, what the hell is, they got married in 1963. How am I seeing this? What is happening right now? Like I saw my aunts, my uncles. I saw all the relatives, the ages that they were at that time. And half of them I'd never met in my life. I'm just watching watching this wedding. Like, what is going on here? How is this happening? What is this? I woke up and told people the dream. Nobody in my family knew what the hell was going on. They were like, oh, okay. Years later, like, I don't know, just a few years ago, I discovered the Akashic Records. And then in a time of meditation, it clicks and it hits me. It's like, oh, I was watching a clip of their wedding because I was in the Akashic Records. I was in the hall of the Akashic Records. And then then I got chills from that. Hi there, who just joined? So, yeah, that was interesting. When I say that was one of those dreams that was not a dream, really, that was one of those times where I think my soul was in the other realms. And, but I still had the consciousness of Joey. So I still only thought that I was Joey because this dream was in 2014. My mom died in January 2014, and this dream was not too long after she died. Maybe it was within the year, maybe around 2015, possibly. No, it was in the first 6 months. So back then, like I had no knowledge of anything about awakenings. I didn't believe in past lives. I didn't believe in extraterrestrials. I didn't believe in I only dabbled in tarot a little bit. I thought it was demonic and evil. Like I really was so cut off from everything. There's not a single chance in the world that I would have any knowledge of the Akashic Records, that I would be able to describe exactly what other people describe. I had no idea why that happened. But I do now feel like my mom has been awakening me all these years. She's been calling me to do something all these years. All right, I think I missed some comments. Hi there, who just joined? Would you like a tarot reading, an intuitive card read? Oh, really? Oh, wow. Yeah, so she was just kind of showing you So your psychic intuition was kicking in. I do always wonder about that. Oh, Akashic. They say the Akashic records is like, oh, I have a folder here. So everyone has an Akashic record, and for every record they have, hey Jerome, what's up? I'm doing well. How are you? For every soul has a record, and within those records are the records of all the lives we've lived. Every single second of our lives are being recorded from, I believe, from conception to death. Some New Age people, they believe that some women that are pregnant, or all of us, that the soul is not in the body the whole time. And listen, how you can make that statement with a straight face and know that there are women that have had stillbirths and stuff like that is beyond me. I don't want to judge her. She's a very famous spiritual teacher, but I think that's fucking crazy, okay? Because if we're here to have the experience, then we're here to have the entire experience from conception to death. Because when we're in our mom's womb, we are also gathering information. We're experiencing what our mom and dads are doing. We're hearing our siblings talk about us. We're feeling the emotions of our mom. We're connected to that soul. I don't believe that the soul comes and goes and leaves the body willy-nilly whenever. That's fucking stupid to me. Sorry about that. I'm very passionate about this. But did you want a card read before you go, Jerome? But yeah, so they say the Akashic Records is a record of every life we've lived, kind of like a file, you know. And that they're record keepers, that there are souls that do the job. They volunteer for it. They do the jobs. Like my personal guide, I call him Mark. You know, Mark knows all of my records. They say you can pull from the records past life information, stuff like that. If you think about it, it does make sense. Like, you know, it's like if this planet we're on is sort of like a matrix, then yes, like the movie The Truman Show, which really resonated with me all those years ago. There was something about that movie that never left me. The idea that we're being watched, that it's all just fake, it never left me. And I guess it's true now. So if this whole thing is a matrix, then every second of our lives is being recorded, but not just what we see, it's what we feel is being recorded. So you can go into your Akashic Records when you pass on, go into the record for your life from 1400 and try to figure out what happened with you and your sister. And when you go into the record, when you go into that memory you're thinking of, you can not only feel what you felt, but you can also feel what your sister felt and how your words and your actions affected her. It's part of the learning process of the soul that we can all experience everything. So in thinking about my dad, I'm thinking when he did his life review, there were probably many times he felt how he made me feel, and it wasn't great. He was a deeply flawed and broken man, but I forgive him, but he definitely felt all of that. But you know what? I've been an asshole to people too, so I'm gonna have to feel what my words have done to other people. With that knowledge now, I'm very cautious with what I say and what I put out there in the world, because I know my records. But you know what? There's also people that have been really cruel to me. Cruel, downright mean, vindictive, and horrible. And they will have to experience every second of how they made me feel. They will have to live it. And so that's the Akashic Records. You can look it up on YouTube. There's tons of videos about it. Yeah, Akashic Records, yeah. Yep. Interesting, right? Everything's being recorded. Even this is being recorded. This whole thing, you know, when I pass on, I'm going to get to feel what all of you ladies are feeling as I'm talking to you. But then again, when I break it down on that level, I also don't hold anything against anybody, because you've been an asshole, I've been an asshole, you know, I've been a jerk to you, you've been a jerk to me. You know, no one's perfect. That when I think about it on that level, I think, well, shoot, you know, everybody has to go through this life review. Everyone has been bad, everyone has been good, no one is fully good, no one is fully bad. There's just the duality of life. You know, we're all flawed as humans, we're not perfect, and we're all doing the best we can at any given moment. I really believe that. Oh, sorry, I would have put it in the chat, sorry. I didn't even think to do that. I don't know what the word Akashic means, but a lot of people, a lot of near-death experiences videos that I've watched, when they go into those records, they described the same building that I was in, that big marble building with like Roman, Greco-Roman pillars in the front. So that's when I started thinking, oh, wait a second, I think I've been there. I think I've been there. I do think I have astral projected in my sleep. I've had dreams where, oh, that's what it was. I've had dreams where I'm dreaming, but nothing's like, I don't really see anything, just like blackness. And there's a weird feeling in my abdomen area, like my belly button area. There's a very weird feeling that feels good, like butterflies, but also hurts, like it's something pulling on me, like tugging on, like, the ladies, you've had long hair in your life. I really haven't. I would imagine the sensation of somebody yanking on your ponytail. That's what it felt like, except it felt like I was being swung around by this cord, by this thing in my abdomen, in my belly. And when I have those dreams, I would wake up and think, what the hell? I would feel out of control, almost like I was going down a funnel. Maybe I left my body and I was being put back in my body, like down a funnel. But I guess that pulling, I think it was that I was being. I really do think I was trying to get out of my body, and something was saying, you can't leave. What are you doing? Go back in that body. You're not done yet. And I was trying to get out, but the cord it wouldn't sever. I guess if it severed, I'd be dead. It wouldn't sever. It just kept me attached. Ten of Pentacles. I think I've been trying to get out of this body since I got in this body, to be honest with you. I haven't really enjoyed this life much. It's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. Although everybody's life is a struggle. Who am I kidding? Although the book Many Lives, Many Masters, the lady Catherine that was being interviewed, I thought the book was around here. She does talk about some people given an easy life if they've completed the mission, if they've passed the test. Hey there, Bruno. How are you tonight? We're doing good. We're just talking about the Akashic records and dreams again. Who else is here? If I missed anybody, would anyone like a reading? Bronx in the house? I'm from Queens, brother. I grew up in a little neighborhood called Maspeth, Queens. My parents were from Williamsburg. Go figure. Now you gotta be a millionaire to live there. How's everybody doing today? It's been a good day. It's been a very good day. Humanoid, like extraterrestrial? Interesting. Interesting. That's odd. I wonder what that was. I'm starting to think more and more. I'm starting to think that we live in a sci-fi movie. Yeah, the sleep paralysis, that bullshit, I hate that stuff. The waking up only to find out that you're still awake, that you're still asleep, goes on forever. Oof. I've always been fascinated by sleep. There's something that happens in sleep that we don't really know about, that we're not quite understanding at this point. Maybe our souls do go out to the other realms and check in, like, how you doing on the mission? Well, to be honest with you, the life I'm living right now, he's a fucking idiot, so we're not doing that well, but we're doing the best we can. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like we go meet with our guides for like a pep talk. Here's the pep talk. Life is fucking hard. Make it easy for me. How about that once in a while? And then they put us back in our bodies. Guys, I'm sorry, the more I think about it, the more I think we were just absolutely living in a matrix and a simulation. Do you know her? Is she someone you know? Oh, I am so alive in my sleep. Ladies, I have the best voice in my sleep. I've sung songs in my sleep that were incredible. And when I wake up, I don't remember a single word, but they were not songs on earth. They were just me riffing. I've had dreams that I could do somersaults in the air. I like to dance. I'm not a professional dancer, but I like to dance. I have rhythm though, just like right now, I actually do have rhythm. But in these dreams, I could like walk up walls. I mean, I could do anything you can imagine. I'm free in those dreams. Free. Free of this fucking body I'm in. Sorry, human body, you're not that bad. You're not the worst. I'm thinking my major life lesson, the more I think about it, is just self-love. I don't know why that would be a life lesson. Kind of a stupid life lesson if you ask me, but there's something I got to learn about self-love and valuing my own life, maybe. Hey, Kelly. No, can't say I have. No, I've never been around horses, so I don't have dreams like that. But I have had dreams where I'm driving and I lose control of the car. I back up and I can't stop. The brakes don't work. And I just, yeah, let's see. Yeah, that sleep paralysis stuff, that happens. About 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, I had a dream. And all it was that I woke up and I was in my bedroom, the apartment where I'm in now, and it looked exactly like it would look. It looked exactly like it looked when I did wake up. And next thing I know, I'm floating by the cat tree, Teddy's cat tree, which is, he was sleeping in the bed that was like 5 feet off the ground, like one of the higher beds in the cat tree. But I'm floating near it, and I know that I'm floating. And I didn't realize that I'm dreaming, or I realize that I'm not in my body. And I think, oh shit. So I'm like, and then I think, let me see if I can float outside. The second I thought, let me see if I can float outside, I started floating outside. I started floating all the way, like slowly across my room. And next thing I know, I'm going through the wall, through the window, and then I see bricks, and there's bricks outside my apartment. And then I think, okay, I'm like, and this is exactly what happened. I'm floating, I see the bricks outside, I'm like, oh shit, I should probably get back now, this is not good. And the second I thought that, I started floating back into my room. And then this is what I saw all at the same time. I saw the whole thing from above. I saw the whole thing from my own eyes, my own human eyes, and from my soul. And here's what I saw. I saw my body laying flat, and then I saw my soul slowly going back into my body, starting from the feet, which is down here, like this. Laying flat down peacefully. And then I lay flat with my arms at my sides. That's how I sleep, like a corpse. I saw from my fingers down, my soul going back into my body like Peter Pan's shadow, and then everything just fell right back into my body. And then I opened my eyes and oh shit, I said, I just left my body. and I texted my brother. I told my brothers John and Chris, I was like, guys, I just left my body. And they didn't reply to that message though, but I did leave my body. Yeah, I lay like a corpse. I sleep like a corpse. And so I saw my body. I saw like the shadow of, like, my soul was like a shadowy figure. I saw it lay flat from my feet and then slowly go back. Kind of like how Dracula pops out of the coffin. Imagine that, but the reverse, where I'm going back into my body. And then the second that my arms, everything laid back down very peacefully, my eyes opened up and I thought, holy shit, I just left my body. That was fucking wild. Hang on, I gotta catch up on these messages. Let me get some music going here. I can't lucid dream. The second I know that I'm lucid dreaming and I try to create something, it's like as much as I can visualize in this lifetime and in this life, I can visualize like I'm living it. Like my imagination is vivid. But in those dreams, I just can't quite see it. When I start to say, oh, let me just change this wall color. Nothing happens. The wall color stays the same. I'm like, come on, just think it. Just see the wall color changing as blue. Change the wall color to blue. Change it. Do it. Or the second I think, oh, I'm lucid dreaming. Let me see if I can fly. The second that happens, I wake up. The second I'm conscious that I'm dreaming, that I'm aware of it, I wake myself up. Hi there, who else is here? Anyone else like in reading? I did have a dream one time, Kelly, that I was driving like an easy chair and it was a car before I had my license. Ugh, I've had dreams about this guy. I'm not scared of him. He doesn't exist, not in my mind. I've had dreams about him. Oh, I do have one recurring theme in my dreams. My favorite musician, Justin Furstenfeld, the lead singer of the band Blue October from Texas. I've had several, I mean like nonstop, a number of dreams that all of a sudden, out of the blue, Justin and I become friends. We just meet and become friends. Like we're either living next door to each other, or we become friends. And he welcomes me into like to come on the road with him with the band. We're just like buddies. Like Justin and I are just buddies. No idea why. No idea why. I just wake up and I just think, oh man, Justin and I, we're buddies. I love you, Justin. We're buddies. We're buddies. No clue. No idea why or how. I've been to two of his concerts. I got his autograph twice, but he's like 5'8", 5'9". I don't know. I love Justin. Yes, yes, all the time. One time at a call center job many years ago, I don't remember the three dreams exactly, but I remember the conversations I had with my supervisor. And this is a supervisor that I'm fully convinced that she and I have a past life connection, because as my supervisor, I drove her crazy. I don't know, I just drove her crazy. She liked me, but she hated me at the same time, and I drove her crazy for some reason. She did not find me charming. Where most people find me charming and endearing, she did not find me charming or endearing. But she liked me but hated me. Anyway, long story short, I had a dream one time, and because my dreams are so active, I tell people my dreams. And I'm like, hey, so-and-so, I had a dream about you. I told her the dream, she got really quiet, and she walked away. And it was something with her and a coworker, like something flirtatious going on with her and a coworker. She came back to my cubicle one day when it was close to the end of the shift, and it was like pretty quiet. She's like, hey, did you have another dream about me? And I said, you know what? Actually, I did have a second dream about you. I told her the second dream. She got quiet, she walked away. A week later, she comes back and she's like, hey, did you have any more dreams about me? And I said, actually, you know what? I did have a dream about you. Now, this one I remember. I said, yeah, I had a dream about you I said, something happened and you and so-and-so, a mutual coworker, I was like, you guys were having an affair, actually. And in this dream, you actually went to your husband and told him. And you said that you didn't want to have an affair, that you loved him. And the two of you decided to go somewhere, go away for a weekend. You brought a Bible. And in the dream, the two of you were in bed together. I never met her husband. Never met her husband in my life. All I knew was his first name, but I saw him in the dream. I said, yeah, you and your husband went on this retreat. You went away for a weekend. You brought a Bible. You both were praying together. He forgave you for the whatever. And the two of you decided to work on your marriage and said that you loved each other. You hit a rough patch, but you wanted to stay together and, work on your marriage. She goes, huh. She walked away and then came back and said, I got to tell you something. She's like, nothing happened, but so-and-so and I met at a party of a mutual coworker. We hit it off. We've been chatting a lot. We've been, talking. We've been, thinking about things. And she's like, nothing happened, but it almost happened, And she's like, you told me those three dreams. Something clicked. I said, there's something going on here. And she's like, when you told me that last dream, I went to my husband. I told him what was going on. And she said, we reconciled. And guess what? They ended up having 2 kids together. They're still married. And that was just that was a coworker. And maybe I was in her dream. Maybe I was in her life just to give her those 3 dreams so that she wouldn't, so that her marriage would stay together. They stayed together. So those were 3 very clear prophetic dreams I had. Dream walk? What the hell is dream walking? So that's my story. That's my dream story. One of them. I have many of them. I think my neighbor, I think one of my neighbors, the maintenance guy that I thought was flirtatious, I swear he popped up in one of my dreams one day. It was him. Had to be him. I had a dream as a teenager that I was hanging out with Jennifer Aniston, and when I woke up, I felt like I really did know her. I really do think, for some odd reason, our souls connected in the other realms. I'm not even a big fan of Jennifer Aniston. Never have been. I was a gay teenager. I didn't care about Rachel. I wasn't lusting after Rachel. Why would I dream about her? But it was her. It was her soul. I don't know why, but we just somehow, it was so real. I have had dreams about people I don't know, and that's very real, like soulmates and things like that. You know this person, Bruno? I love dreaming. It's one of my favorite topics to talk about. I have a lot of dreams about weather. That I do have. A lot of dreams about weather. Yeah, you have a soul connection with her, it sounds like. I have lots of dreams about weather, tornadoes especially. I love my zombie dreams because I know that they're just dreams. They're just my soul playing and having fun at night. Ugh, I did have a sexual dream one time about a friend of mine, a straight friend. He thinks I'm in love with him. I'm not. Around 2019, the end of 2019. I don't know why, because I have a good heart. I let somebody stay with me. That's a coworker that I barely knew, but she weaseled her way into my apartment because she was having issues. And while in my apartment, she was saying a lot of nasty things too. But the first night she was there, I thought she'd sleep in my bedroom. She didn't. She slept on the living room floor, and I was on the couch. I woke up, and this is exactly what I dreamt. I dreamt that out of the blue, I dozed off, went right into a dream, and this is what I saw. I looked down at the couch, and this woman was on her knees crawling to me with a demonic face and a big wide open mouth. Then I had a dream after that. I just got chills. Then I had a dream after that she let all these people into my apartment that I didn't know, and she wouldn't leave and they wouldn't leave. Then I had a dream that my mom was warning me, telling me, get her out of your apartment now. I let her stay for 4 weeks. She didn't want to give me any fucking money. I called her out on it. And then one day I took her to work with her stuff, and then she said, oh, my friend can't let me stay. She's going to be on vacation. I'm like, sorry, you're going to have to get a hotel. Bye. And then that's it. Then she never talked to me again. I don't know who she was. I don't know what that was about. And I said, yeah, stop being such a nice guy. She was making racist remarks about me while in my own apartment. And I was like, this fucking bitch, get out of my house. I don't know. I don't know. I've had some eerily violent dreams. Scary violent. I guess it's a way to work out rage. They say dreams prepare us for earthly life too. Like you face, traumatic situations in your dreams, like a house fire, things like that. What do? Because, they say technically you don't know you're dreaming until you wake up. And so when you face things in your dreams, you then now know, how will I face this in real life? Like house fires and things like that. Let's see. I've had so many nice dreams though. So many really cute, nice dreams. Like I'm in these big, beautiful homes. My family's around. I'm in these quaint, like Hallmark towns. You know, like I'm living in this luxurious house with nice stuff. What else? I'm trying to think if I had any other dreams. All right, does anybody want to pull a card for them? Would anyone like an actual reading? Yeah, more and more I do know I'm dreaming. The more my consciousness elevates, the more I know I'm dreaming. But, you know, by and large, before that, before the awakening, I didn't know I was dreaming. You know, when I'm just like with family and whatnot and just doing stuff. Well, the Bible refers to them as dreams, so there's nothing wrong with using the word dreams. That's just the word that we use to refer to it. Just, it's a dream. Hey there, Pharaoh, welcome in. $5 for 3 cards, $10 for 6 cards, and $15 for 9 cards. My online prices, those are the online prices. If you go to the description of this video, those are the online prices when I do the readings online. I'm actually reading the comments right now. I should probably look at the camera here. Yeah, I used to, a lot of times when I was in Bible school for those 3 years, if I was overwhelmed, I'd go take a nap and I'd be like, I know God's going to speak to me in this dream. I'm going to have a dream that's going to make sense. I'm still waiting for that dream now to make sense. I need some answers right now, but nothing's happening. Pharaoh, are you new to my channel? If you're new to my channel, if you go to subscribe and like the live, I'll give you a free 1-card reading. I do that for anybody that comes to my lives. I studied tarot from Sal Jade Tarot. She's from Australia. She's taught like 80,000 students. Man, I'm trying to think, man. I've had so many dreams. Give me some of my good dreams. What are some of my interesting dreams? I did think it was odd when I was with my ex. I never dreamt about him. Ever. Rarely. Like once or twice. He was like a stranger. Everybody's been doing these readings and it seems like they're all talking about, oh, really? What's your situation? Pharaoh, tell me your age and your zodiac sign. The only time I've ever seen the name Pharaoh was at Times Square Church in Manhattan when I was going to church there. Outside one of the daycares, they had the board with all the kids' name tags, like their regular kids. And I saw the name Pharaoh. Also on that same board, someone named their child Energy. This was in the year 2000, before wacky names like that were popular. So I haven't seen the name Pharaoh much, but Pharaoh is better than naming your child Energy. That's a little odd to me. Or Lightning. I think the other kid was named Lightning. I saw a doctor one time when I was working in health insurance, and her name was Galaxy. I'll pull a card for you, Pharaoh. Just tell me your age and zodiac sign. That just helps me tap into the energy for the reading. Anybody else that wants a 1-card reading, just let me know. I like to give back and just encourage people and, you know, just give a little positive message. Or, you know, whatever I feel intuitively. I don't know. It depends on what I feel. Guys, I'm trying to... Does anybody know where my cats are? My little kitty cats. They're not out here keeping me company. Hi there, Naveen. Welcome in. Sure thing. Yeah, Bruno, remind me of your age. You're a Virgo. Yes, Virgo energy is strong these days. Oh, just your age is fine. You don't have to give your full birth date. You have all 12 signs in your natal chart? That's odd. That's rare. That's unusual. I don't have, my natal chart is only on one side. Half of my natal chart is completely blank. Okay, give me a second. I'll pull a card for Bruno, and then I'll pull a card for Pharaoh. All right, this card fell out, so I don't know. Does anybody want to claim the Tower? The Tower is really good, though, in the sense that the Tower brings change. Is this card for anybody? Bruno, you were the next one up, and this card fell out, so I'll just tell you what I feel intuitively. Whatever's changing in your life is going to be good. You're strong enough to know that the changes are going to bring something different in your life, that you're going in a new direction that's going to take you where your soul is calling you to go, your life path. Yeah, I don't mind the Tower. The Tower then is about big changes, you know what I mean? So this is for you, Bruno. Hang in there. It might be rocky for a minute, but you know it's going to work out. I think the thing about the Tower is just surrender to the change and just say, you know what, here I am. You know, just go ahead and, you know, work it out for me. Just surrender to the Tower, surrender to the change, and be open to your life going in a whole new direction. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and actually, I like the Death card too. I'm a Scorpio, so I don't mind the Death card. Oops. All right, I'll just give it to you, Pharaoh. You got two cards that came out. You got the Lovers, making a choice from the heart, and you have the Sun card. The Lovers is really about following your intuition, you know, trusting your, getting to know your higher self, getting to know who you are, listening to the higher calling and choosing from the heart. Also, I see the Lovers card as, you know, bridging that gap between male and female, a divine feminine and masculine, and following, you know, your heart to make a choice. The Lovers card is about making a choice. This is actually the Gemini card. Behind that, you actually have the Leo card, the Sun card. Coming into a spotlight, you know, you're the sun, you're radiating people, you're drawing things to you, you're radiating out pure positive energy, and you're coming in on your white horse, getting that recognition. Really good cards, actually. Actually, all three of these are major arcana, so you guys are very spiritual, and I think if you found my channel, you found my channel for a reason. These are all three major arcana. The two of you have a lot going on with the spiritual side, with your spiritual life. All right, that's for Bruno and Pharaoh. Did I miss anybody? Naveen, you still here? I'll get a card for you too, Naveen. Just make sure you subscribe first if you're not, and then like the live and share it, do all that fun stuff. Every time I get the Sun card, I think of my soulmate. I just sort of attribute the Sun card to him, and I think of me as like the star and he's the sun. No, I'm the moon and he's the sun. Is it moon or star? I forget. I just always think of this soulmate when I see this card, that he's on his way. So that's for Pharaoh and Pharaoh, where are you from? Oh, the Sun just popped out with the wedding card. The Sun popped out with the Four of Wands. Building a stable foundation, lots of celebration, you know. They say this is the card of marriage in the tarot because you're celebrating. After the three is coming together, then four is about building the foundation. Interesting cards are coming out tonight. Okay, did I miss anybody? Would anybody like a reading? You guys have been fun. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. This has been fun tonight. I feel like my intuition was right, you know, by going on YouTube. Or, yeah, take what applies and come back and tell me if it resonates. Yeah, how old is she? And is she interested in you? Is she sending you signals? Miami? I grew up in Queens. I'm not too far from Miami. I'm in Alabama right now. Are they? Oh, good. The cards are accurate? Oh, you're a Taurus. Hey, Melissa, welcome in. How you doing tonight? You're a Taurus. Interesting. This is the book I'm reading about astrology. Deborah Silverman's I Don't Believe in Astrology. It's really teaching me a lot. I gotta get back to reading it. She said everybody immediately will go to their sun sign, and then once they read the chapter about their sun sign, then they'll go back and start the book all over. Good night, Kathy. Sleep well, my friend. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I'll be back tomorrow, although I'm not sure. I don't know if Sunday night's a good night to come on here. Yeah, I'm in Alabama right now, in Auburn, Alabama. Not really sure why, but this is where my cats came into my life, so I'm grateful for that. Oklahoma, interesting. I want to live near the beach, guys. I really do. I'm trying to, not trying, but I'm manifesting that. I want to live near the beach. I think I found, actually, the house I haven't been envisioning in my mind, I found almost that exact house. I was just watching a reel of Marissa Tomei and why she won the Oscar for that famous scene. Man, the summer of '92, that movie was a whole vibe in New York, okay? I remember going into a deli up the block from my house. I walk in and Pete's Deli, Pete starts screaming, the two Utes, he just starts screaming at me. And then all these guys in the deli are screaming, the two Utes. Like, man, that movie had a stronghold on us in the 90s. I am, yeah. I'm in Auburn. Good old Alabama. Lots of good-looking men down here. Lots of good-looking women down here. They're very pretty down here in the South. They're very, very pretty to look at. A good majority of them are very pretty to look at. My next-door neighbor could be a freaking fashion model. He's tall and good-looking and good shape. I want to just look at him and go, bro, why are you not, like, I don't know, traveling the world as a model, making money? No. If I was that good-looking, I could take over the world. If I was that tall and good-looking, I could take over the world. Yeah, I'm thinking about North Carolina. I found the perfect house. Actually, it's from the outside. It's the exact house I envision in my mind when I think about a 3-bedroom house near the beach. Yeah, New York, I can't do it. Oh, look, guys, the card about moving. My next-door neighbor? No, he intimidates the hell out of me. No, I don't talk to good-looking people like that. I'm only 5'7", and I'm chubby. I don't talk to tall, good-looking guys like that. No. One time I tried to say hi to him. I was outside with Teddy. Actually, Teddy was on a leash. The one time Teddy went on a leash, I tried to say hello to this guy. I think it was quiet enough that he heard me, and he walked right by me. He ignored me, so no. I don't say hi to him. I just look as he walks back and forth. One time he was walking back and forth from his apartment to his car in the shortest shorts you can imagine and the tightest red tank top you can imagine. And then a neighbor across the parking lot saw me checking him out, and she gave me the silliest big smile. And I pointed to him like, come on, look at him. Like, look at this guy. How can you not? I call him Clark Kent, actually. Yeah. I call him Clark Kent. Across the parking lot is Captain America. Upstairs is Henry Golding. That's what that dude looks like. And then there's the one I see at the pool all the time. Then there's the one at the golf course, the one that works at the golf hut. I go for my walks, and I have lots of interesting things to look at. Now this is the card of relationships, 2 of Cups, because this is about soulmate connection. This is about someone coming into your life that is equal with you, equally, you're on the same page with each other. Behind it is, look, the Star card. After a time of darkness, you're going to come to that place where you're the star. This could actually symbolize that you're feeling more confident now, and you're radiating that confidence, and you're going to draw people to you. Relationships, clients, community, things like that. My nose is getting itchy, so that's usually a sign that I'm speaking truth. These 2 cards came out together. Plus, look at them. They're both surrounded by blue, which is about following your intuition. They're both with water, which is about Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, which are the very intuitive signs. And so, yeah, this could be a total relationship coming in where you're going to be the star. They're just going to love you so much. They're just going to think the world of you. I'm speaking to myself here. Come on, Lord. Come on. Yo, I got to the point where I talked to my parents' souls. I said, Ma, Dad, because we're beyond the gay thing. I'm like, Ma, Dad, send me a soulmate. Please, send me the guy, because the loneliness is just, You know, you can be spiritual all you want, and I try my best to be positive, but guys, I can't remember the last time I had dinner with anybody, like actual sit down dinner with people. I cannot remember the last time that happened because I'm just very isolated right now and not intentionally. So I'm working on getting out of this place. That's what it means for me, yeah. I think everybody has their own signs, like what resonates with them. When this happens to me, yeah. Who else is still here with us? Did you want a reading? Anybody else here wants a reading? Did we lose Kylie? If anybody hopped off, I hope I say goodnight. Melissa, I didn't get a card for you. Did you want a card reading? Melissa Corona? Yes, I love that. Like money? Ooh, I hope money. Guys, I came to the place where I'm not ashamed to say it. I love money. Money's fun. I don't hate money. I used to say things like, I hate money. Money comes and goes like water. Good night, Bruno. I'll be back tomorrow if anybody wants to come on here and hang out with us. Now I just say, you know what? I love money. Money's fun. Because listen, the real truth is, guys, there are powers that be in this world that have convinced people like us that money is bad. You know what I mean? It's not. It's not bad. It's not bad. You know, and I'm going to make a statement, guys. There is no honor and there's no dignity in poverty. Because when you're poor, other people have to take care of you. And you're a burden on people. No, there's honor and dignity in being wealthy enough that you now can take care of people. And I think that's something we should all strive for. Good night. Good night, Bruno, my friend. I'll see you tomorrow. So yeah, there's no honor in poverty, and I'm at the point where I'm saying, you know what, I love money, and I'm welcoming in more and more money, because the more money you have, the more good you can do in this world. But you know, society and the powers that be have convinced us that money makes you do bad things. No, money just enhances who you already are. You know, if you're a homebody that loves just hanging out with friends and eating good food and having fun with your friends, that's who you're going to be with money. If you're a tightwad without money, you're going to be a tightwad with money. You know, if you're selfish and stingy without money, you're going to be selfish and stingy with money. It just enhances more of who you already are. Yeah, it is important in the sense that we do need it to survive and everything, but I hope the day comes soon where we don't need it, where we're just freely giving and receiving of each other. You know, I'll give you this, you give me that. And humanity just finds freedom, breaking free from those governmental structures that keep us in these tiny boxes. But then again, money is just an energy, right? It's just an energy. It's just, what do you believe can come to you? Right, money is not bad in itself. It's not. Biggest misconstrued scripture in the Bible is that money is the root of all evil. No, it's the love of money. And I think it's the love of money that you're going to get money at the expense of other people, which that's a bad karmic debt to put out there, you know? And I think you have to pay that debt off. Oh my God, is that what it is? I think maybe was I wealthy in another lifetime and I used people to get that wealth, and now I got to come back into this fucking life and be a pauper to make up for it? If so, have these 45 years been enough? Is my debt paid already? Can I move on from the fucking poor life? Can I break free from the pauper attitude? Maybe that's what it was. It is odd though that 4 out of my 6 siblings have all found their ways to the South, and we're all from New York. I don't know, past life connection down here? Something that we're trying to resolve down here? I don't know. Because why am I here? I never wanted to live in Alabama. This is not my favorite place. It's not a bad place. It's a nice town and everything. But it's not my ideal. I don't want to be here, per se. I'm just sort of waiting. So maybe there's a past life connection and we had to come here for some reason, my brothers and I. I don't know. It's a nice place. It's a nice state. But I realized recently, even when I was thinking about moving to Tennessee all these years, I realized Tennessee is inland. And I want to be near the beach. And I just realized, wait a second. So why not just work toward a house by the beach in a cute little beach town? Because that, I feel giddy when I think about that. You know, this is a funny thing. I don't know why. Does anybody know why so many of us, we just don't think the things we want can happen for some reason? And I just thought, but I just want to live in a beach town. That's not undoable. Like, I mean, that's doable. That's not such something that's so far to reach, right? And once I said that, I thought, you know what? Yeah, I want to live near the beach. That's right. And so now that's my goal. You guys want to see the house I found in North Carolina? Arizona? I can't actually. This is also inland, but I was thinking about Santa Fe, New Mexico. I don't know why. Something about New Mexico, I feel drawn there too. Yeah, we're just ingrained to believe we can. It's just like my parents. God love them. They made a lot of mistakes with the mindset stuff. Just the constant, just the idea. The statement, we're poor. We're born poor, we'll die poor. Our family will always be poor. That's a terrible thing to tell a kid. I haven't. No, I've been to LA. The farthest out west I've been is LA. And I flew there, so I was only in LA for a week. I haven't really been to many states, actually. I haven't really done a lot of traveling around the country. I want to do more traveling. Yeah, the parents say that, and maybe it's because that's all they knew, and they just didn't see a way out. I don't blame them. I mean, my parents were born into, they were born into lives where they didn't have many options at all. Like, they were just sort of stuck. So I will say they at least gave their kids options that they didn't have. My mom, she wanted to be a lawyer. She was a very smart woman, very intelligent woman. But back then, her father died when she was 11. So by 13, her sister Diane, my Aunt Diane, started working. And then by 13, my mom started working. And then they would come home and they would give my grandma their whole check. What was it, $13, something like that? And my grandma, God love her, she didn't work for some reason. She just was home with the youngest, who's my Uncle Neil. They didn't really have a chance. They didn't have a life. My mom had to go to a 2-year high school, which was really just a training school to be a secretary. She didn't have any choices. She really didn't. But she always wanted to be a mom anyway, so she was happy with her life. But right before she died, she told my brother John, I lived a beautiful life, and I'm very grateful to Jesus for this life. So they both passed away peacefully. They did leave on good terms, surrounded by their kids and their family. But, they just didn't have any choices. They didn't have a lot to do. They did have fun, though. They definitely had fun. What a pair. My mom was a very headstrong, controlling Aries and a lot of fun. And my father was a flaky Aquarius that just was weird. My dad was a weirdo. They used to call him Tony two cards short of a full deck. Then there's got to be lessons in it. Like we chose these lives, down to the most minute detail. I chose to be 5'7" and fat. I chose it for some reason. I chose to deal with the weight. I think those of us that do have harder lives, I think we are the souls that are advanced enough to handle these lives. It's like any extreme sport. It's like a galactic extreme sport. When you earn the right, when you earn I do think souls have to reach a certain level of maturity before we can even come to Earth because of how difficult Earth is. So I think of it like a galactic extreme sport. We come into these lives with these soul families, right? Yeah, that was my father. Yeah, that's what they call Tony two cards. My mom's name was Gloria. But they were two very magnetic people. People loved them. They were very magnetic, and they were very good people. They gave the shirt their back to people, literally. But I do think that we come to these lives and we pick these lives for a reason. It's like if you're going to come to Earth, think about it. Like that show Westworld, the show Westworld that was on HBO for a bit. I think it's sort of like a Westworld. It's like how even humans in video games, when they have the right in a video game like Grand Theft Auto to go bonkers with no consequences, the human will go bonkers. They'll run over the prostitute. They'll shoot the kid. This is all fictitious I'm talking about. They'll shoot the person. They'll do crazy things. Like, you think about video games. We would beat up non-player characters in the video games because it's not real. So if Earth is sort of like a galactic game like that, who wants to come in and live a boring nothing life? We want to come in for the excitement. What's going to allow our souls to grow the fastest and the most? And I truly, truly believe when every time we live a life, like if this is our soul, if this fake little Oscar award from 2004 when I won Best Actor, if this is our soul, this pillar of light's our soul, every time we live a life, let's say we're adding things to that soul, a little aurora borealis. Hey, Stormy, welcome in, my friend. Let's say that, so your soul is this beam of light, this energetic beam of light created from the light and love of Source. And every lifetime you live, a little tiny flame is added to your soul. But not a flame, it's like a little bundle of light that's like an aurora borealis. Now imagine if you lived 1,100 souls and you've done everything. You've been a priest, you've been a nun, you've been a, you've been, I don't know, you've been black and white and Chinese, and you've been Korean, and you've been to Hawaii, and you've been Scottish, and you've lived to the 1400s and the 1200s, and you've been to the BC, and you were a caveman, and you were all these different lives. Imagine how beautiful that soul is in the other dimension, because all of those lives you've lived, all those little bits of consciousness, like the consciousness that is Joey, that's experiencing life as Joey, is going to be added to the bigger version of my soul, and it's just radiating these beautiful lights. So every time we finish a life, it's never a waste. No, even if you fucked up the whole life, it's not a waste. It's just learning, and that life is added to your soul as another bit of light, like a badge of honor, like a soldier getting a Purple Heart, or the commanders and getting. I'm not in the military, guys. I'm sorry, and I'm losing my train of thought here. The little badges that the soldiers wear, the patches and everything. It's like every time we live a life, something gets added to that soul. So your main soul, they call your oversoul, your higher self, the big version of you, is just accumulating all these lives, and your soul is just glowing. And I believe that that's how we recognize each other, by the energetic frequencies of all of our lives. And so there's no waste to the life that we're living. Even if you think it's the worst, the dumbest, the stupidest, you feel like you failed. Like, I'm thinking of two neighbors right now. Maybe they were more advanced than I thought. Maybe they chose to be those two bums, those two former drug addicts and bums that didn't bathe. They were dirty, they were weird. Richie was a nice guy, but Margaret was a nasty, nasty woman. Nasty, mean-spirited, horrible woman. Everybody hated her. She was horrendous. And she died as that horrible person that people hated. She was like a mean, nasty old woman. They didn't bathe. All they did was smoke all day. They were dirty. Sadly, though, Richie was found dead in the apartment next door to us. He was a nice guy, though, Richie. Yeah, they both passed. Richie and Margaret both passed. Yeah, after my mom and dad died, Richie and Margaret died. Another friend died. All these people just did boom, 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 boom. They all just died in consecutive order after my mom died. But then I thought one day, holy shit, my parents must have had a real soul connection with Richie and Margaret, like a past life connection that they were working out. And what if Margaret is more of an advanced soul that chose to live that hard life that made her that bitter? But maybe her lesson was to learn love, and she didn't learn it in this lifetime. No judgment, Margaret. I messed up too in my life. But what if those people, like, what if that bum on the street that people judge, what if that bum is actually more advanced in his lifetimes than I am? And he chose to live that life just to have fun with it, just because 1818 on the clock, just because by living that life and how many people that bum has encountered, like, his life is changing the lives of all of these people. Like, can you be kind to the bum that smells like piss on the subway? And I gotta be honest with you, I tried, but I had a very hard time with it. I have a hard time with dirtiness and smelliness. Like, listen, I'll admit it, guys. Prior to my awakening, I was very loving, but also very judgmental of people. Extremely mean and judgmental of people. Not like, I guess outwardly I could be mean, but I was always wanting things to be perfect and neat and in order, and I don't handle mess like that, and I wasn't always the best with it. But what if those souls are more advanced because they chose to come in and live those hard lives so that they could help all the other people around them elevate their consciousness? It's like they say, like the soul of Jesus. Jesus died a brutal, brutal death. But as an ascended master, he did that to show us that we never die, that life is everlasting, that this is just one part of the soul experience. I think those of us that have been deeply wounded because we're empaths and we pick up on things, we've been deeply wounded by people because we don't fit in, that we end up getting mean about it. But then when as you start awakening, you change. But maybe we were, maybe I was supposed to be mean to people in my past because of whatever reason. I was teased in school. I never fit in. My meanness was because I just didn't fit in, and I just so desperately wanted to be accepted by people. Although that neighbor Margaret, she was just a bitch, just a straight up nasty woman. My mom hated her. My mom hated her with a passion. But still talked to her, was still a friend. And one time she blurted out that she had a sex dream about my brother John, and she said it out in front of people and to my mom, and my mom was furious. She was like, that fucking sick woman, why would she say that? That's disgusting. How dare she say that to me about John? My brother John was like ready. John was like, John was like puking. Like what? Oh my god. Oh boy. Sorry guys, I'm just chatting away here. Yeah, it's true. When you're not healed, you do hang on to things. But I've forgiven them all, guys. I've forgiven them all. And you know what's come back to me? People that have been horrible to me in my life. And I see them and I think, oh man, we have a soul connection. And then you know what? I'm able to forgive them. I'm able to forgive them. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm just yapping here. I always end up on the past life topic. I can't help it. It's just so interesting to me. Stormy, do you want me to pull a card for you? I know you know tarot too, but I'll still pull a card if you want me to. Guys, Stormy is a wonderful person. She owns her own business. She owns her own hippy dippy shop. I mean, as a compliment, Stormy. I call them hippy dippy shops. And she's building a business down there in Louisiana. And I believe you ship, right? You ship as well? I gotta get some crystals from you one day. Sorry, Stormy. I gotta get some crystals. I will buy something from you, I promise. Is anybody here with me? Did I lose everybody? Should I pack up and go home, guys? I will log off when Teddy comes out here. When Fatso comes out here looking for food and company, then I'll know it's my time to log off. But I don't have anybody to talk to throughout the day, so chatting with you guys helps me feel not so alone. I say that all the time. What, crystals? Yeah, Stormy, hang in there. All the good positive energy, Stormy, that you give out, all the support you give to people, it's going to come back to you faster than you know it. Out of nowhere, you're going to one day just find out that your store is just overwhelming with sales, and you're going to get to leave that job before you know it, Stormy. Your time is coming very quickly. You're at that breaking point. Stormy, go to the channel on here, Brian Scott 1111, if you're still on here with me. I just don't want you 3, 4 on the clock. And Brian Scott put out a video yesterday, and it was all about a breakthrough. And he gave these 6 or 7 examples of things that happen right before you have a major breakthrough and up-level your life. And I'm telling you, I'm experiencing every single one of them, and I think you are too, Stormy. And I think your breakthrough's coming too, and you're about to up-level your life majorly. Who else is here? I know Stormy might be here. Elisa's here. Kelly, who's still here? Kylie, Elisa. Then there was also Elisa, and both in Texas, by the way. Man, I'm making some great connections on here. Man, if even just 5 of you guys wanted to join my Magician's Circle, that would be great. I'm excited about the Magician's Circle. The online tarot club. I know I'm called to be a teacher in this life in some capacity, and that's going to give me a chance to do teaching, which I love doing. I'm a good teacher. Every call center job I've ever worked, after a while, they pick me to be a mentor, which is basically a teacher to new hires. I teach them how to do the job. And I always taught them the right thing to do. I never, ever half-assed it. I always taught them the right way to do things. And then I'd get compliments that the people that I mentored were doing great. Actually, the chick that stayed in my apartment that night, she was one of my mentees. That's how she got me to let her stay with me for a while. She even spent Christmas with us. I bought her the gift she wanted, and she bought me a $5 piece of shit from the Dollar General. But I forgive her too. Whatever. I need to not be a doormat for people. Yeah, TT is broken. TT is just about, that app, I feel like it's just about, it's like a QVC. They're just trying to get people to sell products. Hi there, welcome. Who just joined? Can you hear the music? Is the music helpful to create like the ambiance? Hopefully we can get more of the regulars from TikTok to come over. I miss all those other guys. Vanessa, Brianna, Faith. I can't get them to come over here though. At least you're the only one. Actually, no. Brianna does come on here, but she's actually away with her husband for the weekend, I think. Yeah, I tried, but when I started getting those restrictions, I couldn't understand why. And then I realized why, that they wanted to, to suppress me. And then I kept hearing in different readings for Scorpios that there's something you need to let go of that's not working. And I finally clicked one day. I was like, oh, I know what it is. It's TikTok. It's the TikTok lives. It's just not working for me. Yeah, she does come on here. She's come on a few of my different lives. But I think she's actually away for the weekend with her husband. You know, he's working on the set of the new Yellowstone show. One of those, the spin-off shows. I think it's 1923. I think she said. I think it's the one with Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren. I think that's the one her husband's working on. I hope Aaron comes back here. My Australian buddy Aaron. So yeah, you know what though? I don't know. I keep feeling like I'm on the right track. I know I am. I just need to be patient and just wait. I'm probably gonna wrap up here in a few minutes though, and go eat something and hang out with the kitty cats. I feel so much better now that I came on here. I was a little bit down right before I came on here. I don't know about you, but I could be having a great day and then all of a sudden I just feel sad and hopeless. That's one of the signs about a breakthrough coming soon, is that you could be flying high and all of a sudden your emotions change. Brian Scott said that's one of the signs. Brian Scott's doing a retreat actually in LA. He's doing a weekend in LA. Yeah, I do. I didn't get outside today in nature. I probably should have gotten out in nature. But I'm learning to balance my emotions, and I think I'm doing good. I got a little sad, but I worked my way right out of it and got on here with a good attitude and changed it. So I think it's like a lot of those, I'm just learning to balance my emotions. I used to be very erratic with my emotions. I used to let my emotions take me wherever they wanted to take me. But now I ground them more and just kind of, work through it. Okay, tell me what to do. What do you mean cleanse your energy? Because I just kind of say, I just like imagine myself being, you know what? I'm glad you said that. I don't know where my tiger's eye bracelet is. That black one I used to wear with the little metal thing on it, that nice little bracelet. I lost it. I got mad one day and I threw it across the room, but I don't know when that was or where that was or where it even is. Oh, I think it's in the kitchen somewhere. I've been asking my guide Mark to show me where the hell I threw that bracelet. In a moment of frustration, I yanked it off and threw it across the room because I was pissed. I do meditate. I do, yes. I started my day this morning with meditation. Sometimes I'm erratic. I don't know, my emotions are just... Well, what it was Brian Scott was doing a live Q&A. I asked a question, he answered my question immediately, and it was all practical, nitty-gritty, how to build a YouTube channel, which is wonderful advice, but I was not approaching it like that. I was approaching it as, Holy Spirit, I'm putting my best foot forward. If this is my calling, you're gonna make it happen. And all of his practical advice, just an instant, not him, it was me, made me feel like, oh shit, I think I've been doing everything wrong. And I just got sad, just discouraged in the moment. But I said, you know what, I'm not gonna get discouraged. I talked myself out of it. How about this, Elisa, fresh start. Hi there, who just joined? I see 2 more people on here. Garnet, I love Garnet. Okay, I'm gonna look at it again. I gotta talk to Stormy. I'm gonna get some crystals from Stormy's shop, Visions and Vibes. I hope Stormy was on here because that was actually an intuitive message for her. I hope she heard that message. If not, it's recorded. Okay, Akashic record, it flew out. Okay, hematite. Okay, here are the crystals I have, and actually I keep losing them. I have black obsidian. I don't have many. I have a tiger's eye. Sometimes when I go on my walks, Elisa, I take this cute little mushroom of rose quartz and I put it in my pocket. I don't know, I feel the energy of love. And I keep thinking I'm just gonna be walking around here one day and I'm literally going to bump into the man of my dreams. I have this. I don't know what it's called. It looks like a sesame seed. It's like red something. It's got a harsh name, red something. I don't know what this one is either. It's like this one's a sesame seed one. I don't know what these two are. But then I have the green aventurine. I have just white quartz, amethyst, and I have lapis lazuli. I don't have many. That's all I have. And then a bracelet. I have a tiger's eye bracelet. For those soaps I want to make, those glycerin soaps, I want to put something about this big inside the soap. So as you use the soap, eventually you get to a little crystal. So you're gonna be washing your hands with the energy of the crystal. I could do that with melt and pour soaps. That's what I need to do. Not to sell or anything, but just to have fun doing it. Selenite. Okay, you gotta send me a message with all these things, Elisa. I don't know much about crystals, but I love learning about them. Okay, let me read this card, Fresh Start. It says you're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been given. All right, that's a little vague for me. I'm not feeling that message. Fresh start. You've been given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been given. Hi there, who else is with us? Would you like an intuitive card reading before I hop off here? Okay, those are good suggestions though. Garnet, I like garnet. Selenite, hematite. Thank you, Kylie. Thank you for that. Amazing. More. Okay, let me pull. Hi there, welcome in. Who else is here with us? Okay, let me just read this Akasha card. Wisdom. You've been here before and you know what to do, yet you fear disappointing others. The wise choice may not be the popular choice, but choose the highest good in this situation. Wisdom. Does that resonate with anyone? Kylie, do you have a specific question about the reading? Did you want me to do that 3-card reading right here? On live, or do you want to do that another time? Actually, no, those are for the live, so that's for now. Can I invite you on as a guest to speak about the reading? Hi there, who else is here with us? I gotta take this hat off, guys. It's hurting me. It's hurting my head. Just a general. Okay, I'm gonna give you some decks. I have that traditional one I was using, zombie, horror, pulp, or wizard. Oh, yeah, zombie, horror, pulp, wizard, or the traditional. Pick the deck you want, and I'll get some cards for you. I know the one I'm feeling for you, but I don't know. Oh, hi, Stormy girl. Papa's almost done, Stormy. Okay, I was wrong. I was gonna pick the wizard for you. But you want, I love it, the zombie deck. Okay, this is the zombie deck, guys. It's beautiful box, but I broke the inside, so I don't have the, like my cards are just kind of loose in there because I broke the inside. But yeah, this is the one, look, it's like a case of bullets for the apocalypse. Okay, what does Kylie need to know about her life right now? Kylie, how about we say, what does Kylie need to know in this last quarter of the year? What does Kylie need to know in this last quarter of the year? Actually, a couple of cards on here are my favorite. I love these cards. Let's see, what does Kylie need to know? Kylie, remind me of your zodiac again. Are you a Virgo? No, you're not a Virgo. You're a Pisces. I don't remember, I'm sorry. I'm just guessing at this point. Okay. Pisces, okay, you are Pisces. Okay, so you're a water sign, so you're very emotional like me. Pisces are very upbeat people though. I've never met a Pisces that's a downer. Pisces are very happy. They're the happy water signs. Cancers, I don't know about Cancers. They're just down. And then Scorpios, we're up and down. We're all over the place. Okay, this is what fell out. This is what fell out. So that told me to stop shuffling. This is the Devil card. In this deck, it's a silly card. It's just a vending machine, a cigarette vending machine, and someone in it. So, just basically saying, I'll tell you what I feel intuitively. Just, if there's something in your life that's hindering you, that's no longer working for you, that you do feel like you're sort of a slave to in some ways, then that would be devil energy that you have to work through that. But let's see how this fell out. So I'll give you 3 more after this. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Another major arcana. Okay, strength card. I'm going to say this is saying you have the strength to overcome whatever this devil energy is. They say the devil card's about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Those things that hold us back, that that hinder us from moving forward. Now, the strength card with this deck is pretty straightforward. You have that strength, that resolve. You can come in like a bullet, make things happen. You have the strength to overcome things. Your mind is strong. And this is really, again, the strength card in the traditional tarot is the woman that's holding the mouth of the lion closed. And this is basically saying tap into that strength this last quarter of the year. I don't know what this could be about, though. Give me a second to try to figure out what this might be. But something is telling you that you have the strength to overcome something. Interesting. Okay, let's see what else Kylie needs to know. Shuffle the cards a little more. I knew this card was going to come out. Actually, no, I was thinking of a different queen. You got the Queen of Wands. She's got one arm, but she's still working hard. She's a zombie, but she's still doing her job as a nurse. Queen of Wands energy, fire energy. This is the energy that approaches her work from a nurturing standpoint, a divine feminine energy. This Queen of Wands is somewhat like this card. She's a little busted up, but she's still getting her job done. You know what I'm saying? She's in the zombie apocalypse, and she is a zombie, but she's still going to work. And she's still got her little nurse's hat on. This is someone that, Queen of Wands is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. She's someone that could come in too hot and heavy with work. Maybe she can be overbearing with work, but she also gets her work done. If she's moving in her strengths, then she's a nurturing worker, a nurturing boss, a nurturing mom, a nurturing employee. If she's moving in her negative traits, then she's overbearing and she's, a little bitchy and she's a little headstrong, and maybe takes action that's too fiery, too quick, too fast without thinking. I'm just getting intuitively for this card, but that's what I get for this King of Wands. Actually, the lady that I studied tarot from, Sal Jade, she says that she's a Queen of Wands. She can be too much sometimes and a little overbearing. It's all that fire energy. It's that movement, that fire energy. Yeah, I could see her as a Queen of Wands for sure. But when you find the strength and you master that, whatever it is you're working on is that Queen of Wands, Kylie, you're coming to a place of 6 of Pentacles. Again, this is a little bit of an odd card because these are zombie cards. 6 of Pentacles is about planting seeds. It's about giving back. Also about receiving. It could mean that when this last half of the year, whatever this is that you're dealing with, if it's a work situation, dealing with somebody at work that's a devil, if you have that strength to deal with it from that Queen of Wands, that mature, divine feminine energy, you're going to be rewarded. This could be 6 of Pentacles, could be, but in this deck, Hazards of Pentacles. This could mean somebody giving you something, a gift, a reward, getting recognition at your job that you're being rewarded for. It just seems that there's something in this little reading that, I don't know if any of this resonates with you, but something in this reading is saying that once you tap into this energy, you can overcome this energy because you have the strength of this energy and you're going to be rewarded for it because now you're going to give back to people and people are going to give back to you. Does any of that resonate with you, Kylie? Sometimes 3 cards is a little tricky for me to get a clear reading. I'm not trying to upsell you. I'm just being honest with you. Sometimes 3 cards is a little tricky for me because, I don't know, I always go over the top. And I feel like, is this enough of a story? Is any of this making any sense to you? That's just what I feel intuitively about these cards. See, in this card, he's actually making the zombie work for him by dangling that piece of meat in front of him. So the zombie's getting the work done and he's reaping the reward of that work. Does that resonate with anyone? Oh, will you really? Okay, sure. Do you want to tell me what resonates? Or do you want to just pull a few more and... Good night, Elisa. Thanks for coming and hanging out again. I appreciate it, my friend. I'll see you tomorrow if you're around. I'll probably wrap up after I finish Kylie's reading, too. Okay, let's see what Kylie has to say. Oh, also, the Queen of Wands might not be you. It might be a boss or a female in your life that's overbearing, that's getting on your nerves. It could be somebody else. But because only one character card came out, I'm going to say it's an energy that you need to tap into. If I would have gotten like any other character, knight, king, queen, page, I'd say, okay, this might be an actual person. That's how I learned it. If you get a second character card right after that one, then yes, it could be a person. It's very strongly indicating that it is an actual person. Do you know what your rising and your moon sign is? Because you might have fire in your chart. In your natal chart, you might have lots of fire. Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay, what else does Kylie need to know? Three of Cups, okay. The threes are about coming together, community, asking for help. Three of Cups, I feel like in this particular card, it's marriage. Three of Cups could symbolize a baby coming through, you know, birthing new life, a baby, or birthing something in your life. Interesting. So yeah, this Three of Cups is about, you know, celebration. Also, this could just mean that toward the end of the year, you're going to come to a place of celebration, you know, like a party, a wedding, you know, baby shower, wedding shower, things like that. Very practical sense. Three of Cups is about celebrating, being with people. In this card, though, he's married her. She's a zombie. They're happy. They're coming together. There's lots of emotional fulfillment. Basically, he married her even though she's a zombie. So Three of Cups, though, this is good energy because this is about emotional fulfillment and being with other people. Now, the Strength card might be saying either if you're a hermit, maybe get out there and be with more people, or you will find strength in numbers with people. Okay, what else does Kylie need to know? Oh, wow, Kylie, look at that, Kylie. When you balance out that Queen of Wands energy, when you figure that out, you're coming to a 10 of Cups. The world is on fire because it's the zombie apocalypse in this deck, but look, she's sitting there, she's sitting pretty with the family on the beach. They're safe, the zombies can't get to them. 10 of Cups is about happy life, happy family, but they had to endure the hardship of getting over to that island. So 10 of Cups in the traditional tarot shows a rainbow in the sky. A rainbow comes out when? After the rain. And in our culture in America, we say rain is symbolic of going through something difficult, going through a sad time, a hard time, a difficult time. You know, there's so many songs about the sun coming out after the rain. The sun will come out tomorrow. So whatever this hardship is that you're dealing with, that you're working through, you will come to the other side and you will have a happy life, happy family, and total emotional fulfillment. But you are on an emotional journey right now. As a Pisces, that makes sense. You know, you're a water sign, so there's going to be lots of emotions everywhere. Good-looking guy there, huh? Handsome man. That truck outside is vibrating my living room. How loud is that music? Oh shit, it's my favorite card in this deck. It's my favorite card in this deck because it's a hot guy. Do you have a hot guy in your life? Are you into men? Don't be offended by that because it's 2025, you never know. You have a Knight of Cups, another water sign, another water card. This Knight of Cups, yeah, he's dead. He's holding a brain in one hand, but he still loves to surf. He's coming hot and heavy with that little Speedo on, looking good, man. This guy's in good shape. Knight of Cups. Someone's coming to you with an emotional offer, and that emotional offer has something to do with these pentacles. Possibly somebody you know, maybe you'll meet some. If you're not in a relationship now, if you are in a relationship, then this card is saying that he's your Knight of Cups. He's a goodie. He's a good one to hang on to. Does this resonate with you, this Knight of Cups energy? Look at that card. How cool is that card? I love it. He's even got his sunglasses on. This is showing that this knight is young. He's only about 30. but he's reaching that level. He's almost at that queen and king level where he's like mastered his emotions, but at this point he's riding in on those emotions coming to you. Oh, then he's your knight in shining armor. He's your Knight of Cups. So something to do with your husband and finances then. How old's your husband? Because the knights are about 30 years old. They're not quite, middle-aged yet or older. So if you and your husband are younger, then this would be your husband. Oh, wow. So yeah, you have a happy family. Is there something that's weighing on you though? Because this is a really positive reading. It's just that you have the strength and yeah. Oh, look at that. Look, it's a husband with 2 kids. Exactly. And I was going to say this middle card, the middle of these 6 cards. Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's right around the knight age. Yeah. They're right around their 30s, like 30, between like 30 and 40. Yeah, that's perfect. And I felt like, you know what? Let me go backtrack with this middle row here. I think this first set of cards was really about your work. I think the middle set is all about your life, your personal life, because you have the 3 of Cups, you have the 10 of Cups, and you have the Knight of Cups. And I wonder if it's really just showing you're going to end this year just feeling very emotionally fulfilled with your family. Because that's 3 cups in a row. So you started out with like a marriage card, happy family, and then a knight in shining armor. Huh. Those are 3 really great cards to get back to back like that. And yeah, I think, I don't know exactly what this is. You might have to help me figure out what this is. Is it possible you're overthinking things? Is there some type of anxiety, something that's weighing on you is there something that hinders you from seeing, these things in front of you? I wonder what this could be. But then the strength card is rooted by the 3 of Cups, showing that, you and your husband are stronger together, that there's strength in your family. The Queen of Wands above that 10 of Cups is showing me that you worked hard to build this life, and you are building this life with your husband and your children. And you are coming to this place if you're not there already. You're working on it. And then the 6 of Pentacles is showing me that you and your husband are building finances together. It makes more sense now that I know that you're married. I get a lot of people that are single. I probably should have asked you before if you're married or single. So as soon as I say single, then I say, oh wait, I should probably mention if they're married, it might mean this. But basically these 6 cards are showing that this general read for the end of the year, you're ending the year with strength, finding that strength in your husband and your family. You're finding that emotional fulfillment, knowing that as the Queen of Wands, you're working hard for your family and to build a beautiful life for your husband and your children and for yourself. And that the Knight of Cups is showing that, 6 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, that you and your husband together are creating a family and you're building your finances together. Does that resonate? Because that makes sense to me. I really think that that's what this is saying. Oh, really? Oh, well, you're a Pisces. That's normal. Listen to this. Deborah Silverman, in her book, if you haven't gotten this book, get it. This is why I love this lady, Deborah Silverman. She gives a breakdown of every sign and every placement of that sign. And she basically says, if you're born she's like, if you're a Scorpio, be a Scorpio. If you're a Capricorn, be a Capricorn. If you're a Virgo, be a Virgo. And what she means by that is Capricorns are worker bees. They love to work. Be a Capricorn. Like, I'm a Scorpio. Scorpio's not the most athletic. We're not the ones that are going to be in the gym all the time. My natal chart, but I keep trying to be something I'm not. And she's like, if you're a Scorpio and you're overly emotional and you cry, she's like, be a Scorpio and cry. Be you, be who, because by you being you, that's who you chose to be in this lifetime. So tap into those personality traits. You're a Pisces. Pisces are emotional people. But you have a place in this planet to be emotional. You hold emotions for other people that can't show emotions. Yeah, that's this then. That would be this. It's trying to hold you back. That is holding you back from reaching this place where you can accomplish all those amazing things. But you know what though? You're going to overcome it, because you can overcome this. You as a Pisces, you have a connection to the spirit world. I do as well. those of us that have a lot of water in our charts, or those of us that are sun signs are water, we came into this life with an open connection to the spirit world. And because of that, we have a lot of experiences that as humans, we don't understand them. And they do create very, very intense emotions for us. But once we figure that out, and we know that that's why we feel this way, because we're connecting to other people's energy, we're connected to a deceased loved one, we're having these vivid, crazy dreams that we don't understand them. Once we realize that it's because we're these water signs that have taken on this responsibility of holding the emotions of the planet and experiencing these things, once we realize that, we can turn it off. We can turn it on and off. We can control the emotions like the Queen of Cups, like the King of Cups. We can master those emotions and then do incredible things on this planet. I really feel like water signs, if we can get a hold of our emotions, we can do anything. You might be in a place like that where, the anxiety, they say, I heard somebody say very simply the other day, very, very simply, why would you work yourself into a frenzy about something that hasn't happened yet? And it hit me like a ton of bricks. I thought, oh, wow, yeah, that's true. Because sometimes the anxiety comes at 9:30 at night, 10:30 at night. What can you do to fix your life at 10:30 at night? Nothing. And then we're sitting there, we're laying in bed, and we're crying, and we're getting emotional, thinking the end of the world is coming, but nothing's actually happened yet. It's just anxiety, it's just fear. If you and I are God incarnate, we are a fractal of Source incarnate, and we're living on Earth, then we have all of the divinity that creates worlds in us. There's truly nothing to fear. Truly nothing to fear. But you are definitely coming to a good place. And the good news is that marriage card, that 3 of Cups, shows you have people around you to support you and help you feel emotionally secure. You're coming to that 10 of Cups any day now. And you have that Knight of Cups. You have someone in your life. I got a very good energy from that card. You have someone in your life that can help you with this stuff, that can walk with you through these things. Does any of that resonate? I'm just kind of going off here. Sorry, hi there, whoever joined. I'm just doing a reading for Kylie, a paid reading. I'm probably going to wrap up as soon as she and I are done, but I'll be back tomorrow night around 8:30, 8 Central, or 8:30 Central. There's 5 on September 23rd, so he's a Libra. He's an air sign. Oh, good. I'm glad that helped. Thank you so much. It means the world to me that you got those readings from me tonight. It was the biggest encouragement that I needed tonight. Thank you for letting me do this. I really do love reading and doing tarot and all this. I love all of it. The creativity, the different cards, all the different oracle cards, the different style cards, cards like this, which if I can get to a few hundred subscribers on YouTube, I want to give this away. Along with a couple of other things, like a reading for me and whatnot, like a full reading, 9 cards. You're welcome. Thank you for stopping and hanging out with me. I'll be back tomorrow if you're around. I know you got kids though, so you might not be around on a Sunday night, but if you have a few minutes to pop on, I'll be around here again. I'll be on here tomorrow night to hang out and chat and, just spread some good positivity. If anybody's on here that wants to help me out, if you're not subscribed already, if you want to subscribe and help out a growing channel, I'm 45 years old. I'm following my intuition. I'm throwing myself on social media. I feel silly sometimes, but I'm following my gut with this. And I really want to spread a good positive message and help people that are spiritual seekers. I really do. And, I love connecting with people. I love doing tarot. So if anybody wants to watch any of my videos and like them and share them and, let YouTube know my channel is getting some traction, that would be much appreciated. And like I said, once I get to 300 followers on YouTube, 300 subscribers, I'm going to give away this deck of oracle cards, which are kind of weird, but they're nice. And I will give away a couple of other things. I did it on TikTok, so I'll do it here. Does anybody have any questions for me before I hop off? I see a couple of other people on here. And Kylie, I'm really glad that resonated with you. My cats have been so good. They have not bothered me all night. Not that they bother me, but usually they come out here wanting food or something. But my cats have been so good tonight. And now they deserve me. I'm gonna go in there, give them a little treat, and give them some love and affection. Okay, I'm not sure who else is here, but whoever you are, good night. You know, it would be nice if you told me your name at least, but if you don't want to, that's okay. I'm just gonna wrap up tonight. Oh, let's read one more card. Rethink. It says, connections to last. I purposely nurture deep and genuine bonds with others, fostering connections rooted in authenticity and mutual respect. I fearlessly unveil my authentic self while wholeheartedly embracing the individuality of those around me. I am enveloped by a nurturing environment of love and unwavering support. That's a wonderful card to end with. Connections to last. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good night, everybody. I will be back tomorrow night. Have a good night. Sleep tight. Remember your dreams and come back and tell us about them tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping in. Thank you for the readings, for the support. I appreciate it. And I'll see everybody tomorrow.